pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool for a lot of nerds to show that he's the real deal. You know,
There's a lot of nerds that watch this show.
I'm one of them.
Nerds are cool.
Nerds are the best. Cool. I'm a geek. I'm a geek du jour. I'm proud to be a geek.
It's hip to be square.
It is. 41 watching. Oh man.
What? Hold on. As far as we'll talk about it on the air.
We're on the air.
I know. I'm saying when after the intro, we'll talk about it.
Here it is.
The
3,
intro.
There's the
2.
Intro.
What? Applause, Dane. It's all for you.
Hey, guitar pick.
Oh, he's selling stuff. Look at that. Or giving away.
Take it.
It's the great Dane Zimmerman Halloween giveaway.
Yeah, he goes, I need a guitar pick. I said, take it.
And that's that's just a homeless guy.
No, he was just a 16-year-old high school kid. I'm actually right next door to a high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I get high school kids.
Well, that makes dating easier.
Yeah, right. Dating their moms.
It's like what was that movie where John Cryer posed as a high school student hiding out, or
he was hiding out from the mob or something.
Was that what it was called, hiding out?
Something like that. Yeah. I think I saw some of that.
Nice. Welcome everybody to Talking Guitars and underage dating. Talking Guitars and 80's Metal live. We're very live. Boy, as live as we can be.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome, you guys. It's October 12th of 2021. It's roughly 8:10 p.m. Eastern-ish.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I was running late today because I was having a couple of tech issues getting into the studio, and I messaged, hey, we're having a few tech issues, and I'm like, why am I not getting any replies? And I see I sent it to Susan Silvestri. So there you go.
Whoa, and I kind of did something similar by accident, and hopefully nobody else hates me. False flag. Hey.
Squid Game. We're going to talk about Squid Game, but I'm not going to give any spoilers, but we're going to talk about Squid Game.
Thank you, False flag.
Yeah.
Wow. You're welcome, Johnny. Hey, let's say hello to our executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV.
Look, the big bosses, they're watching.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Big bosses like Dave Ennis, Mike Neese, Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and J Cat, Wayno, False Flag, Andy Carson, Michael B, R Habs, The Chad, Linny Lou and Mary, James Gum, John Moronic, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, The Captain, Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Steve Carmichael.
That is the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Beane TV. If you'd like to become a channel member, click that join button right below. Where's the window? The 22 thumbs ups. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. And if you'd like to help support the channel, support these shows, any super chats will change the color of my lights, which you saw. False Flag did. You're welcome, Johnny. change the color of the lights in the guitar moire with all the guitars in here. Look at that. Incredible.
Mind blowing.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's like a guitar store.
Kind of. Oh, yeah. Kind of like that.
There you go. And he's gone again.
Dang.
3, 2, 1, rolling. Dane!
Dane, you better grab it, man. Dane
no,
TV.
Never
grab it.
Never on camera. Never on camera. Never
Steve
on
Carmichael's like, what's the teacher's gonna look like this year?
Whoa!
There's the principal.
there's the principal right there.
I still remember my sixth
Principal
grade,
Meh. Principal Meh.
my sixth grade math teacher, Mrs. Loomis. Oh,
Was she hot or
Horrible.
was she a battle?
she was horrible, mean old woman.
Yeah. I had an English teacher. I think I talked about this once before. This woman was an elderly drunk. She was actually an original Radio City Music Hall Rockette when she was younger. And somehow her career fell to the point that she was an English teacher. And she came and she wore this big red wig, like kind of a Peggy Bundy wig with these two kind of curl up things like there. You can kind of hang your raincoat off the hooks.
Mhm.
And she had arthritis so bad her fingers looked like E.T. and she'd always put them in your face.
Oh, God.
Did you do your homework? You know, and they were all twisted, but she was also alcoholic. So she'd come in and sometimes the wig would be like sideways, like a captain's hat. She looked like Captain Crunch, you know, with the captain's hat, the Napoleon hat. It's great.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks everybody. And right out of the gate, Sean Johnson, 6 more weeks till your little baby is here. I hope it looks like you, man, and not the mailman. And
So he's
Sean,
having a baby, or did he order a
well, his
kiss-
wife is.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Mr. Johnson, your new baby is here, and he is a African American.
I thought maybe he ordered a Kiesel.
Eh? Poor Sean. Eh?
Oh my God.
Oh no.
6 more weeks.
Yes. Yeah.
6 more weeks. Counting down
and he
your
will
freedom,
never
my
get
friend.
laid again.
Yeah, that vagina's closed for business. Right now, it's already a little problem. You know, your wife's there and she's like, you know, oh, I don't really feel like it. I feel so fat. Well, please, mon cher, I would really like to make love to my wife. Well, maybe after the baby is born. Once that baby is born, honey, I am so tired. But Shell, I'm so, you know, I have the problem, you know, the bon air. It's like the Eiffel Tower on my pants. You know. Please,
Oui,
mon
oui.
cher. Alouette, gentille, alouette, gentille.
And then you have that whole thing. Should we have cloth diapers and you wash them in your washing machine?
Oh,
you
no.
wash
What
your
are you in the
t-shirts in the cloth
1950s? Who has
Just
cloth
put all the
diapers these
laundry
days?
in there all at the same time.
Who has cloth diapers these days? Are they still doing that? Are they back to that for environmental reasons? Or if anyone out there has a kid, first of all, my sympathies. But second of all, are you using cloth diapers? Because if you're putting shit-soaked diapers in your laundry, please don't come visit me. Don't come visit me. Please, seriously, yeah. Just you're using Pampers and let them fill the landfills up with toxic. I don't care. That's one thing I gotta say. I'm all for the environment and everything, but not when it comes to shit diapers. No. You throw that shit out. That's in a diaper, Genie. That's not in a cloth diaper. I'd like to hear from anyone. If anyone has young kids, Jay, are you out there yet? If Jay Hannon is out there, never a cloth. Out there, I don't want to know anyone that's using cloth diapers right now. Big soaking cloth diapers with shit in them. No way. Eesh.
Yeah.
It's like the diaper comes off and it's fucking Squid Game in the pamper in the
Major blowout.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Your next Squid Game challenge, game number 4. The cloth diaper change. You must put it on the head of your opponent.
Yuck.
Is anyone out there watching Squid Game? No spoilers, but is anyone out there watching Squid Game yet?
I have no idea what that is. And thank you, False Flag. You're welcome, Johnny.
And thank you, False Flag, for using disposable diapers. I appreciate that. Sagan's a cool name.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool, man.
Yeah, and no spoilers.
Game.
Just if anyone's watching Squid Game right now, chime in because I just finished it. Johnny, you don't know what it is?
No.
Okay.
Is it on TV? Because I don't watch TV, so
it's streaming. It's streaming. It's on Netflix. So if you Netflix and chill,
I have Netflix.
So you should check that out. Dana, you watching that? Squid
No,
Game?
I'm not. I've been watching, believe it or not, I've been watching The Conners. The show Roseanne got kicked off. It's on Hulu for a few more days. I've been watching The Conners.
A couple of friends of mine have been on that as extras.
Oh, there you
Actually,
go.
no. A friend of mine was on Roseanne years ago, and then a friend of mine who Neanderthal knows, Phil Hendry, was
Phil!
He was on The Conners one time.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of the great Neanderthal, there he is.
Yes, let's speak of the great Neanderthal, whoever that is.
Thank you, David Scher. How are you? Yeah, we were just talking Squid Game, Paul. Have you started watching that yet?
Nope.
Oh, you need to. But if you're out there right now and you have not watched Squid Game on Netflix, watch it. Just watch it.
Is everybody else having the same problem I'm having with YouTube, by the way?
Oh no.
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
I open up YouTube on my browser and there's nothing there but white windows.
All day, all night. I guess that's Dane's emoji.
Oh,
is that
beautiful.
Dane's emoji? I thought that was JoJo the Chimp. I guess.
Huh?
All day, all night. Just put emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your YouTube probably just isn't loading properly.
Yes,
It's like
Speaking of loading, cloth
thing.
diapers we also touched on, Paul.
Oh, well, why did we touch on cloth diapers?
Dane's dating some high school girl. It's a whole thing, and teen
No, he's
mom
not.
thing, and
No, he's not. I know who Dane is dating, and that's not the case.
Oh, he's still with that one?
Yeah.
I do have a girlfriend, and if she's watching, hi, honey.
Yeah.
That'd be very nice.
Yeah, I know.
What's for dinner
That's
when I get home?
probably the best tactic you can take there, Dane.
Sure.
So she doesn't shove an ice pick in your ear while you're sleeping.
Yeah. Where's that ejector seat? Anyway, let's say hi to our amazing audience. Let's do a little roll call here. Let's say hi to Lee Sofko, Kurt 5150, Mike Johnson, Craven Soda, R2R3, Locking Nut, Fred Level Midnight, Hellstorm, Robbie Johnson, Nightbot, Fret Level Midnight, Murphy, Linny Lou, and my little sex kitten, 86 years old almost, Mary. Rock on, sister. Janice, la 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 la. Christopher Live, Sawa, Dane's Armpit. Let's see, Mike Neese, the original Power Mutant, Steve Carmichael,
Carmichael,
Thomas Santiago, All Dave, All Night. David Share. Thank you, David. What up, man? Kevin Bethel. Let's see. Eric Casper, Gear Boy. Michael B. Sandra Picorni. 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 Me love you long time. Let's see. Jean Son.
Congratulations, man.
Almost having a baby. Well, he's got 6 weeks to go. There's still time for his wife to leave him. No, he's a good guy, of course. Of course not. She's not gonna leave you, my friend. Nah, they're a great couple. Let's see. Garbage. Browns fan. Kai Matthews in the house. Let's see who else in here. Music Therapy Laz. Hey, I saw you and Johnny were hanging out again.
Yeah, great to see you yesterday, man.
Thank you for
all the stuff you bought me.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
He didn't buy me anything. I'm just kidding.
Johnny's always got his wish list out. Hardwood Steaks in the house. Let's see. The Axe in the house. Tube Supio. Rock Daddy. Let's see. Scrolling. Tim Thomas in the house.
Almost 100 people. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Papa Blue. They're pouring in like a toilet overflowing. Let's see. Marky FX in the house. Just checking out. Let's see.
Say hi in the chat if you're here.
Majestic PB and J Cat in the house. Let's get flagged. Megatod 707, Dwight Bailey, Austin LaFond, James 5150. Let's see.
By the way, that's Johnny Beane's appropriation to an emotional response. Hey, man. That's the most emotional Johnny gets on the entire show. Either that or that's Johnny's positive emotion. Hey, man. Negative. Johnny's negative emotion is yuck.
As Johnny Bean's solo is being lowered into the carbon freezing chamber by Boba Fett, Leia goes, "Johnny, I love you." Hey, man.
That's the most emotion Johnny Bean shows. On the two emotion. That should be the name of the CBS movie of the week. Tonight, a very special movie of the week. The two emotions of Johnny Bean. Hey, man.
I'd watch that.
Coming up next. No, you wouldn't. You don't watch anything.
Johnny doesn't watch Squid Game, the most popular show ever on Netflix, but he's watching. And then
Friday.
And yeah. Coming up next, Johnny shares a real personal moment. Yuck.
Yeah.
That's right, Sharon.
Yeah. Wow.
Sharon, call back in tonight, man. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the phone call we got from Sharon Wildahl?
No, I was surprised
Sharon.
that Sharon, I don't understand how you could tell people about our tour de fair Saturday.
Oh.
She said you were on her porch shaving your chest.
Wow.
Shaving is what?
Well, that didn't happen.
That's what she was saying.
You never know.
All right. She'll call in. Awesome.
Of course she will. Why not?
Let's see. Mark. Hello, Mark. Fret Level Midnight. Keith Campbell. My Jewish homeboy, Joe Hervey. How are you, brother? James G. Let's see. Wayno in the house. Chuck Leggio.
Super Crush.
Nice.
WD 5150. Mike Neese and everyone else. Welcome to Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. 19 minutes in, we're done with roll call.
All right, I'll start off by showing you a guitar.
Wow, right out of the gate. Let's see. No. Come on.
No, I was showing a guitar.
Well, go ahead.
Let me guess. A Jimmy Vaughn Stratocaster.
All right, now give me this. Give me the stats on it. Go ahead. You started.
Well, we got a maple neck, 21 fret, with a maple neck and the standard 6-screw tremolo with 3 Tex-Mex pickups.
Tex-Mex. Hot and spicy.
Sounds
All right,
delicious.
so
In a sunburst.
all right, so
Charcoal burst.
now let me tell you about the guitar.
It gives me a zipper burst. That's a nice guitar.
Jimmy Vaughn. This is a Jimmy Vaughn Tex-Mex Stratocaster. It's different than the Jimmy Vaughn American Signature Stratocaster, but not very. The Jimmy Vaughn Tex-Mex Stratocaster is actually an American Stratocaster built in Mexico. All the wood and everything is cut. Everything is basically, the components are assembled or compiled in Corona, California, and then all of it is shipped down to Ensenada, Mexico, to be built to save in labor costs, which is why this guitar is only about $1,000 new versus a $1,500 or $1,600 American Strat. Everything about the guitar is American except where it was assembled. American vintage tuners, Jimmy Vaughn signature on the back. American vintage tuners, 21 fret maple neck, Tex-Mex pickups, which are wound a little hotter than your regular Stratocaster pickups.
Where was it assembled, Paulie?
Ensenada.
Ensenada.
Yeah, Mexico. The Fender Mexican plant.
Nice.
This one happens to be a 2005, except all of them begin with the NS. It's called the MS7 serial number. They all start with MS7. It means Mexican signature, and 97 was the first year that they made them. They all have MSN7 as their first part of their signature, of their serial number. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. This one actually is a 2005. It does have the Fender Classic 6-point synchronized tremolo like the old classic Stratocasters. The thing about the pickups on this thing is it's wired differently than a regular Strat. Your tone knobs go from the neck. Tune knob. Your tune knob.
You get that
Tone knobs control the neck and the bridge pickup. Middle pickup is always wide open no matter what you do with it. There's no way to control the tone on it versus a regular Stratocaster. And because of that, every time you put it in the middle, it tends to be a little chimey or a little more ringer. And it's a hotter Strat. It's almost like a hot rod Strat because of the way the Tex-Mex pickups are set up. But they're very, very cool Strats. If you can find one, I highly recommend you pick it up because it gives you all of the performance of an American Stratocaster for about 2/3 of the price.
Nice.
I was just going to show it, but Dane decided we were going to talk about it. So here you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it too.
And it's a classic Strat. It's the classic, sunburst Strat. This is what you would expect to see. And the weird part about
it's like tobacco burst kind of.
Yes, and the neck is weird on these. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you'll see it on the camera, but they're on this particular Strat. Jimmy Vaughn likes his necks to be very thick at the headstock and a lot thinner, almost like a compound radius neck, but backwards the way you're normally used to seeing it. Normally, they're thin down here and they widen out up here. But if you look at but if you look at the thickness of this neck, by the headstock, it's like a baseball bat. And then when you get to the top part of the neck, it thins out significantly. And that's sort of Jimmy's neck profile. Look how thick that is by the headstock. It's almost like the anti-Gibson. It's like that headstock is the strongest part of the entire neck. That's the widest part of the guitar. If you see where the nut is, giggity.
Joe Hervey wants to know what strings you have on it, 9s or 10s?
10s. I put 10s on all my guitars, 10 to 46.
Paul, let me ask you a question. At what point does that plant down there in Mexico make as good as quality guitars as that USA plant that we have over in Corona?
I think they
catch up with quality.
I think I will be honest with you. This is a source of, and our friend Phil McKnight will probably back me on this. Culturally, 20% of the population in Mexico actually plays guitar. It's part of the culture down there. And so you have a 1 in 5 chance that the person that is building your guitar in the Ensenada, Mexico plant, Fender Mexico plant, you have a 1 in 5 chance that the person there is an actual guitar player versus the parts changers in Corona.
Versus the Guitar Center employees.
Yes, the people that are building. Yeah. So I would say that
zoned out of their mind.
Are you guys going to buy something? We have a lot of guitars here.
The difference, the primary difference between a Mexican a Mexican Fender and an American Fender, in this instance, for this particular guitar, is the pots. The pots and the toggle switch. Everything else is American on this guitar.
Oh, look, Ace and Lemmy both want to play it. They're really interested in it.
Yeah, Lemmy is becoming, because she wants this. Want to see?
Oh,
Ace,
Paul's blue balls.
Want to see Ace go nuts? Watch this. Here you go, Lemmy. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. She's like, all right, I'll take that. And he's gonna be like, what the fuck? Look at it. He's like, what? How did
what the hell, man?
Hang on a second. I just had that. Oh, wait, hang on. What did you do with the ball?
Oh,
Why did you give her that ball? Why did you give her that ball?
That dog wants your balls in his mouth.
So, Paul,
yeah,
there's going to be a day that the Made in Mexico plant is going to catch up with the reputation of U.S. made guitars.
I would say depending on what guitar model you buy, the quality difference is negligible. I think the difference is manufacturing costs. The cost of an American-made guitar, in Fender's case, I don't know how it is with other guitar companies, but the cost of manufacturing, obviously, if you go down to Mexico, you can buy an Onyx chessboard that would cost you $200, $300 here in America for $30. It's still Onyx. It's still a marble chessboard. For whatever it is, the manufacturing costs are different. The labor costs, obviously, they don't have the unions down there the way they do here. They don't treat their workers as fairly as they do. And the difference, I think, would be the electronics manufacturing, pots and switches. When the pots and switches that are made in Asia or Mexico or Central America or wherever those are being constructed, when the quality of those is equal to the qualities that are made at Switchcraft or Born or whomever is putting the pots in the American guitar, when that becomes an even thing, I don't think there's any difference.
Schwitzkraft.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And here's the other thing. I've said this before. As much as I am a cork sniffer when it comes to my Les Pauls, if I took a recorded piece of music, all right, and I played you two of the exact same passages of music, one that was recorded with a Gibson Les Paul and one that was recorded with an Epiphone Les Paul, and the same thing with a Fender Strat from America or a Fender Strat from Ensenada, Mexico, I would bet you $500 you couldn't tell me which one recorded which. They feel differently. What? They feel different in your hands, but you can't hear the difference in a piece of recorded music at all. By the time it gets on the tape, by the time the production gets to it and they EQ everything and they put all the post-production effects and stuff.
You're talking mastering?
There's no difference.
You can master a piece of crap into something amazing.
Yeah, that's my point. My point is, so for the people that are like, well, man, they're not the same. They're exactly the same on tape. They sound exactly the same. You can't tell the difference.
So fret level,
fret level,
the quality of the wood.
The wood for a fucking Fender, for a Fender Stratocaster in Mexico is cut in California. It's the same exact wood. The same stock, it's cut in California and shipped down to Mexico. The necks and bodies for a Fender and Mexican
never ship.
The only difference is the Fenders have the 3 dowel holes that are cut into the guitar underneath the pick guard so that you can't sell a Mexican Strat to somebody for American prices.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same. They're all the same fret level midnight. You can tell yourself whatever you want. By the way, it's not age there. The difference between Corona, California and Ensenada, Mexico is 90 miles. That's the difference between Gold Canyon, Arizona and Glendale, Arizona.
I drove 90 miles yesterday.
Yeah, there's no difference. When you talk, well, it's not age there. It's the same climate. There's
fret
no
level.
difference.
Call in. Call that number below. Call in.
Make it violent, fret level. I mean, come on. Let this be like Thunderdome.
They're not different. They're not
Give
different.
us a call. If you would disagree with Paul or agree with him, call us. Either
They're
way.
not different guitars. They're the only difference is the manufacturing process.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, the length of aging of the wood. I would. How long do you know the age of the wood?
By the ring.
I just count the rings.
By the rings, yes.
Yes.
I want Fret Level Midnight. Show me a verifiable source from Fender the difference in the aging process between Mexican and American guitars. The Mexican wood. I want to see a documented thing that from Fender that tells you how long they age the wood in Mexico and how long they age it in America. They're the same stock. They're the same stock.
John,
they're not cut. They're not cut until they're aged. They all go in the same kiln or they all go in the same room where they're dried and they're aged and they're cut.
Before it is time.
Try calling again.
What happened, Johnny? You got disconnected?
He said it went to voicemail. I don't know. The thing is, I am losing that phone number eventually because that service is going away.
The one that you keep putting on screen?
Because Google's getting rid of it. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
If you want to prank me now.
Now's the time.
Well, Fret Level, just call in.
There's the phone.
Are you Fret Level? Are you in Texas? Is this you? Hello, you're on the air.
Okay, yes, it is me, and I am in Texas. I have to turn you down on YouTube, otherwise there's delay.
Yeah, Fret Level, are you in a Texas prison?
Okay.
Because I just heard prisoner number 451 would like to extend you a call.
Fender American Strat, which I don't really play much anymore.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I didn't catch the beginning.
What was that? I'm sorry. What's the difference?
The difference between the two, and you can see this clearly through the torrefied necks that are coming out of the Ensenada factory that are marked Charvel. Okay? This is especially relevant with these necks. They do not age the wood long enough, and this is about removing moisture from the wood. Godin and Framus are exceptionally well at doing this. Fender, even their American factory, isn't as good at doing this, by and large. Okay, this is just you can look at this research online. But what I'm saying is when you don't age the wood as well, it doesn't set as well, and it takes longer for your truss rod to settle within the neck. Or if it's a torrefied neck or roasted maple, for instance, it can dent way easier. Like if you clink your neck on the side of the wall, you can get a dent in your neck way easier because your wood was not aged as well, which cannot occur within the torrefication process. This has to come from truly aging wood. And the reason that this happens is because your turnover in the Ensenada factory is much higher because they're selling a lot more guitars. Because people can buy Mexican Fenders a lot easier than they can buy American Fenders.
All right. Anyway, well, wood is aged. Wood is now kiln dried. Wood is now kiln dried though. There's no natural aging process anymore. They do it all in the kiln.
He hung up.
I know. I understand that. I'm not trying to be argumentative. I'm trying to say the fact of the matter is everything is kiln dried now because of the speed of manufacture. There's no difference between the two. They put them in the kiln and they dry them the same way. There's a big. It looks like a shipping container.
Never ship.
Never ship. Looks like a big shipping container, and they're heated and they're kiln dried. All the wood is aged the same amount of time. They put it in there, they age it, they dry it, they kiln dry it, they take it out, they cut it, they take the American ones and go off one place that are going to have better electronics in it and sometimes better grain and different appointments, and then they take the rest of them and they ship them down to Mexico to be built.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it's all the same?
Yeah, in Fender's instance,
I've been to Fender. I've been to the Corona factory.
Yeah,
my friend took me right into that room.
So you've seen the kiln room, right?
I was in there. Yeah, I was in there. It just has a bunch of wood, and it has stuff written on them saying, "Hey, this is bodies, necks, or whatever." It's very dry in there.
Yep. It's all kiln dried.
It's very dry.
Yes, the quality control setup and finish work are the biggest difference, Michael B. And that's because it's cheaper labor-wise to build a guitar in Mexico than it is in Fender's case. The difference between a Mexican Strat and an American Strat is essentially where it was put together. They're the same exact guitar made in two different places. And the difference is over the border in Mexico, they can make guitars for 30% of the cost of manufacturing in America. That's the whole reason why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, and again, I have both Mexican and American guitars, and they're both all right. We're not going to come to an agreement, but I would love you
Oh,
to
wait a minute.
I would love you to show me documented that they don't age them the same time in Mexico, because they do. There's a
proof?
standard. There's a standard.
Something
Okay,
called
look,
Batman.
let's settle it this
I
way.
just sent
If-
Phil McKnight that same question. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, send Phil that question. I bet you
I
Phil
just did,
will,
and I see
okay,
on my
to the-
phone
to
that
the
he's
audience, to
typing
the
right
audience.
now.
To the
All right, so-
audience, if you agree with Paul, leave a thumbs up on the video. Hit the like button if you agree with Paul. If you disagree with Paul, hit the like button on the video. Smash the like button. So agree with Paul, hit the like button. Disagree with Paul, smash the like button.
Yeah, but you have to
Yeah.
either agree or disagree. You can't agree and then disagree because you'll take that like away.
Fret
Yeah,
Level Midnight.
don't do
I'm
that.
asking you to show me that there's a difference. That Fender has a policy difference.
Here's
Well,
what McKnight
one
just
is
said.
circumcised.
Here's what Phil just said.
No.
I put, is there a difference between USA Strat and Mexico Strats as far as drying out the wood? He said, not really. They use the same system, but the
Thank you.
volume they have to hit will have a factor. So he's basically saying, I guess there is a difference because the Mexico Strat manufactures a lot more of them. So maybe they're not in there as long.
The process is the same.
Yeah, they have the same system. He says they use the same system.
Mm-hmm.
So if something's in the oven for a month in California, it might only be in the oven for 2 weeks down in Mexico. Maybe. So.
All right. Well, we're overcooking our necks, but either way, Paulie, it's a nice guitar, and you
Yeah,
paid
it's a good
very
guitar.
little for it. So there you go.
Yeah, no,
That's a good
it's
thing.
and if you get a guitar that has a bad neck, then it's going to have a bad neck. I've had US guitars that have bad necks. All the Ernie Ball Music Man guitars, if you don't keep tension on the truss rod constantly, those necks will warp, and those are made in San Luis Obispo in essentially a custom shop factory, hand tooled constantly,
hand tooled.
Giggity.
That poll makes no sense. I'm sorry, I wasn't finished, and I hit.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Johnny
poll
just
is
put up a survey: USA or Mexico guitars? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, I'm putting yes. Definitely USA or Mexico. Sure. The quality control on this show is just like so in the toilet.
Yep, it's awful.
Even Dane's gone. I mean, he's asking customers, "Excuse me."
Again, and fret Level Midnight just goes, the Jimmy Vaughn Strat is a badass guitar. I love that guitar. It's the only made in Mexico I've ever liked. That's because it's only made in Mexico. Everything else is a USA part that was shipped down to Mexico and assembled.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point I was making with that guitar. That was my original point. And then Dane asked, well, when do you think the quality control is going to come up? I said, essentially, they're the same. They're that close. But this Jimmy Vaughn Strat, Jimmy Vaughn specifically said to Fender, hey, I want these things to be affordable. I want them made in America. I want American parts on them, but they make them, they cut everything in America. They get all the parts and the components in America, and they ship them down south. It's the weirdest thing. It seems like the amount of money that it would cost to take all of those materials, throw them in a truck, and drive them 90 miles south of the border to have them put together, and then driven all the way back up or imported back up.
And get jumped.
You could just, yeah, I know, and get assaulted by the federales in the federales right outside of Puerto Nuevo. Not that that's ever happened to me.
The cartel is like taking their share of that truck. Senor, open their doors.
The Charvel cartel.
We will take 2/3. Nice. We will take 2/3 of that truck.
I got stopped. Outside of Rosarito Beach. Where I went down, and my buddy and I went down. Two of my friends went to the pharmacy to get their, I don't know what they got, Xanax or some fucking Vicodin or some stupid shit, but in big, huge bottles. They sell it in like the bottles like you would see GNC protein powder in. And my buddy and I went into the market and we bought Mexican guitars, which, by the way, when you try to tune them up, the bridge pops right off because they're not glued together very well. There's that Mexican manufacturing flaws. They don't let them age long enough. So what you do in that situation is you take a corkscrew and you screw it into the fucking bridge of the guitar and you tune the two strings that are still left on it up to reasonable pitch. You play all night long. I wish I could find mine. I have the
all night long.
Yeah, you play as long as you possibly can, and then when you're done with it, you throw the guitar in the fire because you paid $30 for it. I have somewhere, if I can find it, I'll find it. I have a burnt headstock from the guitar the last time we went down there, but we got stopped outside of Rosarito Beach, and that's why I used the chessboard as an example. I bought a beautiful black onyx chess set for my ex-wife, which I still have. Not the ex-wife, the chessboard. And I bought that
She's in the freezer, chopped up.
I think I paid like $35-$36 for it in the bazaar in Rosarito Beach, and we got stopped on our way back to San Diego by this beautiful military vehicle, and it was like a 15-year-old federale. I mean, the kid barely had like pubic hair, mustache, and he's in his green military fatigues, and he's got a beautiful.
Fully checked. He's like, "Excuse me, son.
How old are you?
Want to earn some pesos?
Let me feel those pubes." But he shows up, and he's got a beautiful, shiny new AR-15. Though that was the shiniest thing I saw in Mexico the whole week I was there. Was that kid's gun? Nice. And they open the back of the truck that we were in, and they take the barrel of the gun, and they're basically rifling through things, no pun intended. And he found my Onyx chess set, and he looked at me and had eye contact when he took the butt end of the gun and went like that to fucking break some of the pieces just to see if I'd react.
What the fuck is with them, man?
What are you gonna do?
It's scary down there, man.
We were on
tour down there. We got pulled over and we did nothing wrong, but they wouldn't let us go. And finally, the bass player hands them $20 out the window.
Yep, $65.
I always carry money. Anytime I've gone to Mexico, I always carry money for the federales because you just consider it part of the travel expenses.
It's the tax. It's the American tax down there, and it's about $65. Like no matter what you're doing, if you get caught and you're in trouble, the federale will look at you, and you look at him and go, "Okay, what's the fine?" And how much do you have, senor? And you reach in your pocket and you pull out like 3 20s and a 10 and a 5. You go, 75, and they go, "That'll be enough." And they take it. Because that's why you keep your real money in your jock,
in your shoe,
your shoe, in the crack of your ass, wherever it is, and you carry about anywhere from $40 to $70 in your front pocket, and you make it messy, so that it seems like you've been drinking and all that stuff. Because if it's too neat, then they will frisk you.
Then they know.
Yeah, then they'll frisk you. But if it's all fucked up and like crinkled and stuff, and you pull it out and you look at it like you don't know how much money you have, they just take it all and send you on your way.
Yeah, I usually only pay in gold Cougarans, which I have crammed up my ass. I just wedge them right in there, and
No, you're right.
Back there.
I loved going down there. We stayed in Puerto Nuevo, which is where Americans go to pretend they're in Mexico. It's about half hour south of TJ.
That's basically Rocky Point, isn't it?
No, it's on the Pacific coast.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's on the Pacific coast.
Oh, down by Tijuana.
Yeah, It's south of Tijuana. It's about 45 minutes south of Tijuana. Rosarito, Puerto Nuevo is about 45 minutes south. The place we stayed is a place called Las Gaviotas, which I believe is Spanish for the many gaviotas, but I'm not sure. But it's literally a gated community. It looks like the Honorable William Lepedemain a toll booth in Blazing Saddles. You have to go through that gate to get in there and prove that you have a rental there. What a dump.
Lenny Lou says we were pulled over and they took my uncle's carton of cigarettes. Mary told me to sit on the camcorder and I did. Lenny Lou, do you still have that video?
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Federales are like, you can go, senorita. The video stays with us.
Yeah,
that's right now. That's right now being sold in every bodega in Tijuana. The lady's pussy on the camcorder she see it on. That's the title. That's the Mexican title. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Steve Carmichael in the chat. I think he's trying to get us to change the topic of our conversation.
Steve Carmichael is dropping down every news story that we will eventually get to today. And it's like the great Jay Hannon of the band Gizmachi in the chat.
Hey, man. Did you get that PDF?
Did you get that NFT for $850,000? And senor, we are selling DVDs of your friend Lenny Lou.
Oh boy,
she's very popular here in Mexico.
See, the story wouldn't be racist if you didn't do the accent.
Oh, thank so here, I'll correct the story. Yes, senor, we are selling videos of your friend Lenny Lou.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
how we talk in Tijuana.
Yep.
Just like this.
Yep.
Sir.
That's exactly what you should do. Yep. That way you don't get John Gruden.
There you go. You know, it's
Too
funny.
soon?
You know, it's really funny. During Comic-Con years back, before the cartels started getting like really, really bad in Tijuana, I used to organize these tours of all the strip clubs / brothels in Tijuana for all the comic book nerds that did not ever get laid. It's like, you want to lose your virginity? Me? You know, and it's like, it's like some guy clearly that has not taken a bath in like 4 years. And he's like, me? Yes. Would you like to lose your virginity? That's him. That's him.
The funny part about that though is
to take them down.
Funny part about that is, you should fucking just end it all when you get taken to TJ to lose your virginity, and the whore goes, "No, senor." Like if you're too hideous to be banged by a TJ hooker, see what I did there?
TJ Hooker,
who, by the way, goes into outer space tomorrow morning at 6:30.
Yes. I think we all should dress up in Planet of the Apes masks for when he gets back and freak him out. Right?
Yep.
I'm back from space. Oh my God, it's Planet of the Apes. I'm in the future. Smoke! Con!
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
That is going to be the most awesome space flight ever.
By the way, did you see
William
one of the
Shatner
chicks
in space?
One of the chicks that's going up there with him is stacked.
They should make a reality show out of that.
I guarantee you. Yeah, this does. It's funny. Sharon Waddell's
like green.
It's almost like MD 2020, because I was talking about the grape Mad Dog the other night. I wish this was Mad Dog. The show would be a lot funnier.
They should make a comedy show about him going up there, or
he is a its own comedy show. What are you talking about? It's William Shatner and this busty chick going up in a dildo shaped spaceship. Are you kidding? It's like.
By the way, I guarantee you he's going to get some.
Oh yeah, in zero gravity. This is the captain speaking. We're going to penis alert.
It's amazing that. Did you see? Shatner's like 92 and in better shape than all of us.
90. He's 90.
Yeah.
Every time he says, "Beam me up," you have to take a drink.
He is something, man. He is that guy. He's
bless.
whip smart. He's whip smart, and he's way nicer now than he was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, he was a bitter asshole. Now he's just a happy old man.
Yeah, because now he's just happy to be alive, and he was diving with sharks on Shark Week a couple of weeks ago.
Ridiculous.
I mean, it's nuts. It's like, I'm not doing that shit. But there's Captain Kirk. I'm going in looking for humpback whales.
You remember the old game Shatner, right?
What?
Where if you're at a party, and everybody's drinking, you're hanging around, and somebody yells Shatner, everybody has to stop and overact everything they're doing.
All right, so zoom in on that, Johnny. Let's
Look at
see
this.
this.
That girl, like Shatner.
Oh my God!
Look at the
Where's the
tits
guy
on her.
going?
What is it? Oh my God, Jesus!
Hang on.
The first thing I'm going to do is put a red shirt on those other two gentlemen.
I want to see if zero gravity have an effect on her breasts.
Only him and the girl are coming back. Those other guys are getting red shirt uniforms.
Yep. Yeah, the other guys are going to be the red shirts.
He's going to have a senior moment. He's going to open the airlock, and two of those guys are going to fly out. And I'm sorry.
There's
It's just you and me, and I believe our radio is out. No, the radio's working.
Shatner's awesome. Shatner's awesome.
I am Turok.
He did a great duet with Henry Rollins called "I Can't Get Behind That," which is friggin'
He's gonna
hilarious.
get behind that.
You know,
we're trying re-entry right now. Did I say rear entry? I meant re-entry.
Good for him, man.
Oh God, yeah. That chick is totally, my God.
Yeah, good for him.
Talk about
nice
choosing
smile.
a crew. This is
And
like
the guy-
This is like Moonraker with all the hot female astronauts. This is great.
No, she's attractive. She's attractive.
This
Meanwhile,
looks like
the guy to her
like-
left is a monkey.
Captain Kirk on Happy Days with Richie Cunningham and Potsy Weber there.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at this.
And he's so happy to just be able to zip up that spacesuit that he's got on.
He's gonna unzip that spacesuit. What are you talking about?
By the way, is it me or does Shatner have better hair at 90 than he did in his 40s? He's got the second best. He's probably got the third best hair guy in Hollywood. The first best hair guy is Matthew McConaughey. He's got amazing hair now. His hair guy is outstanding. Then Tom Brady. Tom Brady has better hair now than he did when he was like 30 years ago.
What's the difference on Tom Brady's hair? What's the difference on Tom Brady's hair?
Tom Brady's had his hair done. Yeah, it's a little thicker than it used to be. It's got a little bit more going on up here.
I'll tell you something. That girl,
Jeff, it's not a toupee. It's plugs. It's plugs. He had the surgery. He had the hair replacement surgery. It's his real growing hair.
So
and he can swim with it and go into space with it. And...
Maury's wigs don't move.
Is it SpaceX or NASA or what?
I had a tribble grafted onto my
Or
head.
is it who's actually, what company is it that's actually sending him up there? Is it SpaceX?
Jeff Bezos is whatever Jeff Bezos is called.
Blue Origin. Blue
Yeah,
Origin.
Blue Origin, yeah.
The Amazon guy.
Just like on my microphone, my penis-shaped microphone.
I love the fact that Dane, who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, the world headquarters for Amazon, where Jeff Bezos' main plant of is, oh yeah, he's the Amazon guy. Like he's never heard Jeff Bezos' name before. He's the single largest employer in Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, Blue
Look at
Origin.
Shatner.
Blue Orgy.
I've only heard like one flight that this guy's ever had.
Yes, he's
No,
only
he
had
was on
one
a
flight.
5-year mission. What are you talking about?
Look at Shatner's hair. Look at the difference in Shatner. Like that tube in the up there, the TJ Hooker tube. Look at that thing up in the upper corner. The picture that looks most like Mancuta's head. Right next to Shatner. It's Mancuda.
When did he ever wear his hair like that? That's got to be like a prop wig.
No, that's
TJ
a tube. That's a
TJ
tube for
Hooker.
TJ
That was his
Hooker, yeah.
hairdo.
The big furry black. The
Mhm.
sides are even full.
Yeah, no, that's his Mancuda do. he went into his hair guy and said, "Give me the Mancuda."
Give me the Mancuda.
That's when Shatner's like, "I'm going to admit to everyone that I am in fact Jewish."
I need a Jew fro right now. Damn it, Bones. I need a Jew fro. Jim, you can't have one of those. You're not really Jewish. I am Jewish. Damn you, I am Jewish.
Quick, make me look Hebrew.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Melech haolam, beret pri hagafen. Beret pri
My
hagafen.
dear Captain Kirk, I am going to wait until you show me your circumcised penis. It's coming out now, Con.
Wouldn't that be awesome if there was like some sort of technical mishap and he had to fly the ship back home just using his own skills?
That'd be great. I'm telling you, those other two guys are not coming back. It's just gonna be somehow.
I want to hear him do that. I totally want to hear him do that.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like Josie and the Pussycats in outer space with a penis-shaped ship, and somehow he accidentally hits the launch button before those two guys get on board.
Like the
and
Far
it's
Out
just
Space
gonna be
Nuts?
him and the girl. Yeah, Far Out Space Nuts. Yeah. Breakfast, dinner, lunch. I said lunch, not lunch.
I could hear Shatner on his way up, while the space he's doing the prayer. Baruch atah
Are they going
Adonai.
to televise this whole thing? I mean,
Eloheinu.
happening.
We're going to need to lose some weight in the ship if we're going to re-enter safely. You're going to have to lose that heavy outfit.
Eject. I will carry those breasts. Back. I will take my hands and put them where no man has gone before.
Those breasts are truly defying gravity now.
No, he's. I think that's awesome that he's going to outer space, and more power to him. Good for him. He's got more balls than I do. I wouldn't fucking do that. No
I'm
way.
not going in that fucking giant penis.
Fucking
ship.
way.
What if you were 82 years old, though, Paul?
He's
I'm
90.
not.
You were
He's
82
90.
years old.
He's 90.
No,
He's
not
90.
doing it. Yeah, no fucking way. Sorry.
Well,
No.
maybe by
Call
90.
me a
90
pussy if you
years
want.
old.
I'm cool. I'm a pussy on the fucking earth is what I am. I am
Yeah,
grounded.
I don't want to go into fucking space.
They're
I'm
not
just
actually
staying
going
away.
into
I'm not
space, though, right? They're just going right to the edge.
They go to the
66
edge.
miles up. 66 miles
Yeah,
up.
they go to the
Float
edge.
around
It's
up
not that
there.
far.
Just enough to hit zero gravity,
Yep.
and then Kirk hits the manual override. We're trapped here. Didn't I just hit a button? No, I hit the safety button.
He's going to go up there and then, of course, cheat the Kobayashi Maru.
He's gonna give those other guys the neck pinch. Oh, he passed out. Look.
I know. It looks like it's just
Thank
we're
you,
trapped
Paul.
up here. We're trapped up here. It's just going
We're
to have
the
to
only
be
two
you.
here.
The survival of the human race is up to you and me. We are the Adam and Eve of this generation.
William, I don't understand. The controls look fine to me. I understand what you're thinking, but I am the captain of this ship. It's Trelane, clearly.
I wonder if they got one of those big giant screens on board where he can like watch different things and some magical like weird cloud shows up and they fly into it.
What?
We're going inside a giant sparkly ice cream cone. Hang on, you beautiful creature. I don't see any of that, Captain. That'd be funny if the screen has the little lights going across.
By the way, I love this. It's a great typo, Mike, but I love it. Mike Neese, he took too much LDS in the 60s. Yeah, those Mormons. They will too much LDS, man. The Mormons, man, they will fuck you up for life.
Space.
There is no pilot. That's the thing, Vistalite 72. They're not really astronauts. They're passengers.
Well,
Yeah, wait until
Shatner's
the computer
pretending
goes
he's
down.
the pirate. Shatner's
Wait until the
pretending he's the
computer goes
pilot.
down. He'll have to fly that sucker home. He'll be.
He's
Oh,
gonna
how funny
fake
would
it
that
to
be?
impress the girl. The girl doesn't know anything. She's like, "Oh
What,
my
let me-
God, are we in danger?" Yes. Clearly, there's no pilot here. They forgot to include the pilot. I will take the helm of this ship and save us all.
Kurt 5150. By the way, I did acknowledge. I'm sorry you were excommunicated from your church. Sorry about that, buddy. That happened on Saturday. For those of you that were watching Saturday Night Live, we got Kurt 5150 excommunicated from the LDS.
Oh,
That would be great, Cat Drive 55. Cat Drive 55 said, would it be great if Shatner shows up on launch day in one of his old
Yes.
Star Trek uniforms? Absolutely.
There's no reason why he can't. They're
I don't
not.
see
They're
why
not astronauts. They're just fucking passengers. They're going to be strapped into the chairs until they get shot up into space and say, "Okay, you can undo your seatbelt," and they float around for a while and then they go back down.
I
Captain's
bet he
log.
still has one of those little phaser things set to kill.
Set to stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Let
they're
me-
only
let
going
me
up for
steal the
like
ball.
what, 10
Captain's
minutes?
log.
Yeah,
in
10, 15
my-
minutes.
Captain's log in my
Well,
pants.
let's all go. Let's
Yeah,
have
he's
fun.
gonna.
Just
It's
enough
just gonna be
time.
a quickie. It's gonna be a quickie.
No fucking way. No
I'm
fucking
telling
way.
you, he's gonna do one of those Kirk knockout moves with the double fist, and the
Nope,
other
nope.
guy, you know.
It'll be like the karate chop from Get Smart. You hit them.
Yeah. Well, Kirk does the double karate chop.
Yeah.
You know, or he's gonna do all those drop kicks on him. What are you doing?
So stupid.
10 minutes is
where?
just long enough for the computers to go down and for the
15
spaceship
minutes.
to try to take
I
over.
know.
Why are you trying to kill William Shatner?
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
want to
he's
get
gonna
the
do
guy
something, you know,
laid.
After about a
Dane's
week, he's
trying
like,
to kill
okay,
him.
we're going to have to take this thing down. I'm going to have to fly this sucker home.
Yes, I believe we are in contact with V'ger. V'ger, you're V'ger.
My guess is they've got some 11-year-old kid sitting there with a joystick, just going, "That computer goes down. I got this." He's just gonna fly that thing in.
That's just so awesome.
That thing it's the biggest drone ever.
Oh, save us all.
By the way, Keith Campbell, I think you're thinking of the Gorn, not the Zorg. I think you're thinking of the Gorn.
Gorn, yeah.
Yes, the Gorn, whose mouth never moved, but he went. He was like a guy. He was like a lizard on an iron lung.
Wouldn't that be funny if Shatner started getting senile on this trip? He's like, "Don't look now." What? Excuse me? Don't look now. There are 2 Romulan spies on the ship. No, those are our co-pilots. No, they are Romulan
Kill them.
spies.
Kill them. We have to kill
I'll
them.
take them. Don't worry. I'll take them out. He'll do one of those zero gravity, body kicks. Captain's log in my pants for you.
I want him to. I want Shatner to get up there in space and then unzip that little blue suit and just reach in, pull out a phaser. All right, we're taking this ship to Vulcan. What the fuck is going on?
Shatner, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's not okay. I'm telling you what is okay.
Oh, you're thinking no, Keith. That's the Borg, not the Zorg. God damn! If you're going to be a nerd,
That's next
be
generation.
accurate.
That's
completely different. You're
that's next
conflating
generation.
universes now. What's wrong
Listen,
with you?
I'm a true
Jesus.
nerd, and Paulie is too. You gotta respect the nerd.
Come on now.
The Daleks are coming in with Captain Kirk. No, they are not. That's
Keith, may the
Doctor
force
Who.
be with you.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, so what's the actor
different.
in Star Wars that feels all threatened now? Harris. What's the guy's name?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The guy
What?
in Star Wars, the main actor in
Mark
Star
Hamill.
Wars.
Mark Hamill?
Oh, no, the other guy, the older
Harrison
dude.
Ford.
Harrison Ford. How
Yeah, I don't
threatened
want
does he
Harrison
feel
Ford
right
flying
now?
I
anything.
thought you were saying
How
Harris,
threatened
like
does he
like
feel
John-
right now that Star Trek is going to space before he does?
It's
Oh,
track.
you
It's
just
track.
committed error 101 when talking about Star Trek. Star Trek, when you're a kid, your mother calls it Star Trek. Oh, he's home watching Star Trek.
Star
Pronouncing it wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Seriously.
It's about Captain Kirk
The Star
Star.
Wars guys are freaking out right now because
Track.
Star
It's
Trek.
track.
You're
Star Trek.
going to get run over on
Track.
Track.
Yeah.
Track with
Well,
an
see,
E.
they're
track.
Harrison
Track.
Ford
Like
is
Shrek,
actually going to
like
fly
Shrek, Star
his own
Trek.
plane up.
So you're saying he's already thinking about it.
I'm just
The
mentioning
Star Wars
that
guys are already thinking
That'd be
about
cool.
just mentioning that I'm very horny right now. Thought it was worth saying. Thought it was worth mentioning to you.
Star Wars.
Did I ever tell you how I beat the Kobayashi Maru?
Are you kidding me? People are like, does anybody ever tell you what was how many
Browns
different
fan.
things? If it weren't for Star Trek, we wouldn't have these. This is
We would not.
This is essentially a tricorder.
Well, no, that's essential. That's a communicator first.
Well,
was
the old
cell phone.
flip phones. The old flip phones
Yeah,
were the
were
communicators.
communicators.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And we have these.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
We're
and
gonna
look at
got
this.
those.
clearly I am finding out. I'm analyzing the data right now, Con. Oh, excuse me.
Johnny, have you checked your chat recently? That's some funny shit.
Yes.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was me.
Oh, that was you that sent that. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
That's some good shit right there.
Thank you. Caleb will like that.
Yeah, Caleb will enjoy that. Sorry, folks. Inside joke. Little on-air production meeting is what we're having.
there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. So, So Captain Kirk's going into space. I think it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Good for
I
him.
mean, you can't write this stuff. You really can't. You know.
No, did you see when he was on with Anderson Cooper from CNN? Anderson Cooper was interviewing him, talking to him about it. And
You
Anderson
look like an Andorian with that hair.
No, but he did the Bill, when they told you were going up into outer space, it must have been amazing to you. Did you ever think when you were on Star Trek all those years ago that it was possible for you to go to space? And of course, Shatner does the exact same thing that he was famous for from the old Saturday Night Live skit. He goes, "Well, Anderson, I don't want to disappoint everybody, but that was all fake." And he did it so deadpan. It was so fucking good. I almost did a spit take when he did it. I was like, God damn it, William Shatner's funny. I had heard he was an
Really
asshole.
is.
I had heard he was an asshole, and we had him on the show a couple of months back when he put out that record with he did a blues record, and he did a song with Richie Blackmore. So they said, "Hey, do you want to talk to William Shatner?" And Mark and I were like, "Hell yeah, we want to talk to William Shatner."
Fuck yeah.
So we got on, and he was talking about how, you got to understand, back in the day in the 60s, Shatner and Leonard Nimoy and all those guys from Star Trek were hanging out with Jim Morrison and Hendrix and Blackmore and Zeppelin. They were fucking the coolest guys in Hollywood. So there's been this crossover for years between the cast of Star Trek, the original cast of Star Trek, and the greatest classic rock artists of all time. So he just made a blues record, and he did a song with Richie Blackmore. How fucking cool is that? By the way, William Shatner has no musical talent whatsoever.
You
None.
think?
Zero.
Mr. Tambourine Man.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Tambourine Man.
Mr. Tambourine Man. But how fucking great is that? That these guys, there's a picture somewhere, I think, of Leonard Nimoy hanging out with either Bob Dylan or Jimi Hendrix.
I think it was Hendrix, actually.
And it's so ridiculous that those guys were able to cross over and hang out with those people. And oh, by the way, how great is it if Jimi Hendrix is sitting backstage and they're like, Jimmy, we know you're high as fuck. Mr. Spock would like to come in and meet you. Groovy.
Right.
Groovy. Yeah, man, dig. Bring him in. Groovy. And you're like, can you see Hendrix is just there with the cigarette in his hand, just looking at fucking Nimoy going,
man, I wish you were really here.
Dude, you're Mr. Spock. That's fucking cool. And Leonard Nimoy is looking at fucking Jimi Hendrix go, you're the greatest guitar player on the face of the earth. And groovy.
That's great.
That has to be the weirdest fucking thing.
Wouldn't it be funny if someone took a picture of that gremlin from that Twilight Zone episode and pasted it out the window?
Oh yeah, out the window, yeah.
Oh,
Kirk looks
there's
out.
a man on the wing of the plane.
There's a man on the scrotum of the ship.
There's and I think somebody made that joke. I forget who the comedian was that made the joke, but he was like, yeah, Shatner is when he comes back from space, he'd be like, I kind of wish it was more like Star Trek and less like the Twilight Zone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just can't believe they put a beautiful girl in there with him.
I can't believe. Why can't you believe that? They had to. I'm sure that was his one demand. They're like, Bill, do you want to go to outer space? As long as you put a big-breasted woman on there with me.
I'm looking
Sure,
for 3 female crew members. Well, how about 1 and 2 chaperones?
Brian Davies, William Shatner's version of Rocket Man is the greatest song ever. Not as good as Leonard Nimoy's cover of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Oh, please.
Oh, they did it. They did an entire album back in the 60s of the guys from Star Trek because, again, everybody in television wants to be a rock star. Everybody in movies wants to be a rock star. And everybody who's a musician wants to be an actor. That's the weirdest
Is that
dichotomy of
funny?
the two.
That
It's
is
so
funny,
weird.
huh?
Yeah.
I
Always
think
been
they
that
even
way.
did
It'll
that
always be that way.
song
I don't know
Yeah.
why that is.
by Bread.
What?
They played. I think they even did that song "If" by Bread.
Why would you pull that particular song out of your asshole?
What is in your asshole right now? Is
I'm
there
pretty sure I
bread
saw
in your
William
asshole?
Shatner
Is there
doing
a
that
poppin'
song.
fresh doughboy in the house? Why are you talking about bread? Speaking of which, my bookie is taking bets on this trip.
I don't know. Can't Drive 55. I don't know. Sure. By the way, Chekhov name pronounced properly, Walter Koenig. Walter Koenig. And he might be the only one left too.
No, George Takei is out.
Oh, George Takei.
Takei's good.
Yeah.
George
Yeah.
Takei.
George. Yeah. He's still alive and cool as fuck.
Oh my. He certainly
Yeah, so-
is. He's really good.
Yeah. I've heard Richard Harris is MacArthur Park. That's pretty funny too. But Richard Harris is a classically trained Broadway actor. So him being able to sing is not out of character, no pun intended, or out of his realm, his scope of talent. When you are a classically trained theater actor, singing is part of your training. That's part of your bag of tools that you can do. William Shatner never had that.
Wouldn't it be funny if Shatner did make that demand? I want a large-breasted woman on my flight.
Yeah.
And they show the crew boarding the ship. Where's my large-breasted woman? Oh, no.
Yes, Nichelle Nichols is the black woman's name, Jeff Davidson. She has a name.
Mama Mancuda in space. Well, you wanted someone with big boobs. Here I am.
I can totally see Shatner going, oh, God, I hope this can be the Space Shuttle Challenger 2. Make this end quick.
Oh, Jesus.
Really? Too soon?
I was hoping it was someone whose breasts were defying gravity on their own, not weighing us down like boat anchors. Well, William, we figured someone more age appropriate for you, Mama Mancuda. Oh my God. I'm Jewish too. I hear you're a nice Jewish boy, and I'm single. Would you like to open my gefilte fish? Gefilte fish. What is that?
No, what does that smell?
What? Dear God.
Hang on, I got to take the dogs out.
This is like the Kobayashi Mancuda. Captain's log. I have been trapped in with a elderly woman with large saggy breasts, nagging me. She is telling me about her woodpecker problem. I don't know exactly where she's thinking a woodpecker would be on my ship. So this woodpecker won't go away. Dear God, stop talking, woman. You're nagging me. Jeez. That would be just wonderful. Look, everyone's gone. Everyone's gone.
I know.
He's walking the dog. He's trying to sell something. It's madness. Oh no. Everybody's gone except me and William Shatner. Here's my big saggy boobs, William. Look how they're floating in space. Do you want to give one a kiss? Dear God, woman, go sit over there in the corner. Wow. William Shatner. Yeah, so it would be great if we sent up David Crosby and we just couldn't get him back down. Why am I alone on this ship? Yeoman Janice Lala. Janice, you want to go into space with William Shatner? Oh, man. Did I ever tell you the time I was at Studio 54? Yes, there I was. Women approaching me. Of course, I went upstairs into the dark, dark room. Mentioned that I am Captain James T. Kirk, the U.S. Enterprise. Meh, Captain Kirk. Meh. This is the USS Giant Penis. Oh, there's a ship for you with its crew. Me, Motley, and that woodpecker. There we are in space right there. Oh. Speaking of characters, Johnny, what have we decided for Halloween this year?
Oh man. Oh crap. Wrong button.
Oh boy.
I
Those
think
those that remember, we had a giant Halloween costume contest where you dress up like someone on the show and you won valuable prizes that we gave out last year. We had a 5-hour marathon show with everyone in costume. It was terrific. Johnny, what are we doing this Halloween?
probably the same thing, but
There's a well laid
better?
out plan.
So that means
But better.
Johnny's not even going to get in a costume. That's what it
Johnny's
means.
going to get in a costume. We're all going to get in a costume.
I have, yes, I have a costume already picked out. And yeah, I guess it'll be on a Saturday night.
It'll
because
be
Halloween is Sunday, so
Right.
it'll be the Saturday night before. So it's
Saturday the
double,
30th.
Double
Saturday
the-
the 30th.
double the show, double the party.
This will be, well, we did Saturday last year. It was a Saturday
Oh.
last year. Remember we had
Was-
everybody?
Was it actually on a Saturday last year though?
I think so. I still hosted it, but we it was on, we were all there. We were all there. Everyone was there. Jeannie Hannon was there. Everybody was there. The whole crew.
Yes.
Everybody who was
Exciting.
everybody. Everybody was everybody. So this year we are going to have, again, here's the announcement. Johnny, drum roll. The Great Johnny Beane Halloween Costume Contest 2.
Do we have a graphic for that yet?
We don't. Cobra Kai Platoon is working on it. And that's on me. But this year, I think we're going to open up this year just to any costume. Right, Johnny? What do you think? So we can't do the same. We can't do the same.
Yeah, dress up as
same thing.
whatever.
Yeah. So this year it's open to any costume. We're going to be judging. I guess we'll judge in categories this year. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, Johnny's like, yeah, whatever you want, man. It's just stupid ideas. It's just stupid idea.
We'll just be on Saturday night on Halloween, day before
Yeah.
Halloween. It'll be a fun
Yeah.
time.
So, well, look who's here. The beautiful and loving Amanda Coombs, anxious to get into another cool costume. All right. You missed where we were talking about Captain Kirk flying into space tomorrow with a buxom woman on a giant penis. But you can just rewind the video. But anyway, so yeah, we are going to have year 2 Halloween costume contest. We'll be talking more about it in the coming shows. We'll have graphic and rules, but I think we're going to go this year with dressing up like anybody, right? I think so. I think you dress up just in general in cool costumes.
As long as you text us a photo, I think you text or email or whatever. As long as you're dressed up as something.
Yeah, you got to be dressed up. If you're not dressed up as just nothing, then you win nothing. And we gotta being that we're opening the category, we gotta limit the prizes a little more this year. We'll have a bunch of prizes, and there'll be valuable prizes from our wonderful sponsors, of course. Yeah, baby. And we'll see as this unfolds in the coming weeks. But it will be Saturday the 30th. It'll be a Saturday Night Live. I'm not sure who I will be dressed up as this year. We will see. But I will definitely be hosting it. And it will be fun. It will be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of cool costumes. We'll have a lot of cool prizes. And we'll think of some themes. It won't just be dressing up as cast members this year, which was a lot of fun last year. But how many times can we do the same thing? Even though we have running jokes. By the way, let me get a couple of things out of the way. You'll notice, Johnny, spotlight me for a sec. You'll notice I am wearing, that's not me. I'm wearing an Alpha Flight shirt to commemorate my buddies up in Canada in the Great White North, like Amanda Coombs, just had Canadian Thanksgiving. So congratulations on that. In Canada, Alpha Flight is basically their premier Canadian superhero team. You got everyone there. You got North Star, Aurora, Vindicator, Sasquatch, Shaman, Snowbird, Puck, Marina. Everybody's there. The whole gang. So that is that. And also tonight's show and tell guitar clue. As you guys know, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, meaning that number one, the show and tell guitar will be pink to celebrate and commemorate breast cancer awareness. And again, both Blue Rhino and I today are dressed in pink. There he is. He's wearing a pink scarf too. And of course, I have to say, get your mammogram. If you know someone, a woman, any woman, mother, sister, grandmother, aunt, daughter, girlfriend, wife, if you're out there and you have breasts, you need a mammogram. If you're a man, it affects you too. So if you feel something strange in your chest, get that checked out because that affects men too. Breast cancer awareness in October. Make it Pinktober. Spread the awareness. And later on today, we'll talk more about that and see today's pink show and tell guitar. It's pretty freaking badass. I know you'll want to see that, so stick around. There we go.
Oh, did Johnny quit the show?
Yeah, Johnny's out looking at his Amazon wish list.
Yeah, I left.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. He's not here.
I
There you
did
go.
my share with the breast cancer. We played a show Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and we were up in Scottsdale, and Gilby Clark was the headliner, and we were the 3:00 afternoon slot. But we played a great show, and everybody was in pink, and I'm going to estimate maybe 500 people were in the audience. So it was a huge
Nice.
show for us. Yeah.
Nice. You got to spread the word. And yes, Jeff Davidson is correct. Peter Criss did have breast cancer. So that's why I said, check yourself and then get a mammogram if you're a girl, and check yourself if you're a guy. You know, early detection is how you survive breast cancer. So there you go. Paulie, speaking of early detection, how did your colonoscopy go?
Good. I get to go back in 5 years.
Nice.
A perfect colonoscopy. You go back in 10 years. I did not have a perfect colonoscopy. I had a normal colonoscopy. Normally it's every 5 years after you get it done. Perfect colonoscopy is if they find absolutely no polyps and nothing whatsoever. Mine, they did find a polyp, but thankfully it was benign and I don't have to worry about it. I waited extra years. You're supposed to get them. Now they say you got to get them starting at 45. But the insurance companies don't want to pay for them until after 50. And I waited a couple of extra years. I was late on it. And I'm thankful that the polyp that they found was tiny and benign, and I don't have ass cancer. So sorry, folks. Gonna live.
So who had Paulie not having ass cancer? Let me get my spreadsheet here for betting. Who did? Jesus
By the
Christ.
way,
Please just show the
you all
photo
lo-
without
you all lost a
Johnny
fortune.
knowing. There it is.
So wait, Johnny, we asked to isolate Paulie's asshole photos, and you
No, it would.
went
No,
on
Johnny
down.
won't show it.
I'm not showing that. That's nasty.
Johnny won't show it.
Oh.
Just so you know, it looks that picture of my asshole. I won't show it again. The picture of my asshole looks a little bit like the sandworms in Dune.
Nice. Full of sand.
Giant worms.
Not a polyp. Not a
Big
polyp.
giant worms.
Never a polyp.
Never polyp.
Never polyp.
Hellstorm, your doctor says no because you're 47 to wait till 50. It's because the insurance companies don't want to pay for it as part of your regular physical, because the cost of the colonoscopy can be ordered during a physical, and if you get a free physical with your health insurance, the cost of the colonoscopy has to be included in it because it's considered diagnostic.
Let's get a physical.
So, by the way, and in the interest of too much sharing, while I was letting Lemmy out, I had my first solid poop since the colonoscopy just now.
Nice.
Yep, because you don't go.
Why didn't you do that on the air?
You can't. They tell you, when you go through the prep and everything like that, everything is cleaned out. You are empty. It's one of the few times in your life where there's no food in your digestive system. They tell you after your colonoscopy, they're like, yeah, it'll take you a couple of days to shit again, and they were right.
Wow.
But
Kurt
you could probably
5150.
describe the scent for us.
It's pretty smelly. It's pretty smelly in this house right now. Yeah, it was a good, healthy shit. It's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I didn't spray.
Never shit. Never shit.
Never shit.
Kentry 55 says it's like the Sarlacc pit from Return of the Jedi.
That's kind of what my asshole looks like. Yeah.
Nice. with a little Boba Fett figure stuck up there. That would be funny. You should have done that. When I get a colonoscopy, I'm gonna go and stuff a Boba Fett figure up my anus and see what the doctor says.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I it's funny because for those people who follow me on Facebook, I did post a picture of Christopher Walken with the war watch. It was just that picture of that for what they were trying to find. I was also going to post a picture of a GIF of when what do you call it? When Vincent Vega opens up the case with a cigarette in his mouth when they're at getting Marcellus Wallace's case back.
Is that what I think it is? It is Paul's motherfucking anus.
Does Paul look like a bitch? Does he look like a bitch?
That looks like a delicious burger. Ground beef in the toilet. Do you mind if I have a sip of your frosty beverage?
Did they say anything about you eating those burritos? Like
they actually, truth be told to you, they told me I did a great job of during the prep thing there. I changed my diet significantly last week, stopped eating meat like 4 days before the colonoscopy, and was eating only like eggs and soft foods like Tina's burritos and things that were like gumbo, things that were not difficult to pass, so that when they gave me the prep, and by the way, if you're giving it up, let me just say this, if you're given the option between the drink prep or the pills prep, do the pills. 12 pills, glass of water, half hour later, glass of water, hour later, glass of water, and then the magic happens.
We make your anus disappear.
It was great. No, it was. I'm not going to say it was. I'm not going to say I had a great time doing it. But I will tell you. Remember that night I drank the bottle of Jim Beam Apple on the show.
Yes.
My day the next day on the toilet was worse than the colonoscopy prep.
There you go.
I've had worse hangover shits than I did getting a colonoscopy prep. It's not fun because you're gonna shit. That's a fact. But it's not painful. It's not gross. It is what it is. The whatever the chemical compound is in those pills liquefies everything, and you're done.
Your ass is like a firework. Come on, let your anus burst. Make it go.
But that said, glad I got it done, because had that polyp sat there for another 5 years or so, they say all polyps are precancerous.
But that's what I mean, though. Did your doctor say anything about changing your diet?
Nope.
As far as like those burritos and like myself personally, I've cut out fast food. I mean, pretty much.
Oh, I eat well anyway. Those burritos are really the only garbage food that I eat. I don't eat a lot of garbage, and Dane will tell you that I don't eat a lot of garbage. I eat like when I go shopping, it's steak, vegetables, fish. Like I eat well. You'll notice even the Powerade that I was drinking earlier is 0 sugar. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I cut sugar out of my diet.
Zero
yeah,
everything. Zero.
Yeah.
Delicious Bang energy drink. When you need to clean out your colon, Bang energy drink with 0 sugar absolutely will help you take that shit. Pink Bang energy drink for breast cancer awareness. And hello to the dreamer out in the audience.
Yeah, no, that's it. But that's the thing is it's if you eat right, and you don't eat a lot of shit, you can indulge every once in a while in something like a burrito or some fun size Snickers or whatever it is. Everything in moderation. I don't like, Steve Carmichael, that Papa John's pizza, I had a piece of that, maybe 2 pieces of that, and walked away. It wasn't good, but you try to avoid as much shit food as you can. No pun intended. I drink, Pepsi. Pepsi Zero is my big thing.
I'm scared of
what?
Fast food now. Fast food. All
Maybe
that stuff. I want nothing to do. In and out. Yeah, once in a while. But like Taco Bell, McDonald's, none of that.
What about Chipotle, Johnny? Do you consider that fast food, or
it's owned by McDonald's?
Not really. I mean, is it?
Johnny's always at Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle's owned by McDonald's.
It's kind of.
It's upscale McDonald's. It's like going to Chili's and thinking that you're not at a Taco Bell.
It's kind of.
Yeah, if you eat healthy and you move a little bit, you're fine. I mean, I look, even in the time, if you go back to 2 years ago, or when did I start doing the show? Almost 2 years ago. Go back and look at some of the videos 2 years ago. You can see it in my neck and in my body. I was significantly heavier. I was like 70 pounds heavier when I started the show. And all I did was change my diet and lost 70 pounds, and my blood pressure is normal. Everything is good, man. You just got to eat right. You can cutting out the artificial sweeteners is a suggestion. But you got to have some, there has to be something sweet, because if you do natural sugars or something like that, it's still going to cause insulin. You got to have that insulin production. Otherwise, so my only vice really is the Pepsi Zero. That's my junk food.
There you go.
But it has no calories and no sugar, so I'm good with that. Thank you, Keith.
I think we're all
a lot healthier since last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all healthier since last year, because last year we were in lockdown and we were just eating like comfort food after comfort food.
Yeah,
for sure. Which is no question there.
I would prefer to eat real food. Junk food sucks. It really does. I mean, do I air fry chicken wings? Yeah, but chicken wings are full of protein, so I'm all about that. And the air fryer doesn't have any grease, so again, I'm not deep frying it. I'm not cooking it in grease. My meal after the colonoscopy, I could have had anything, because you're empty. I could have ate whatever garbage food there was on the face of the earth. I went and grabbed a 2-pound piece of salmon and baked up some salmon with a little bit of Creole seasoning over the top.
You air fried it? Air fryer?
No, I baked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I baked it.
I love the
you don't
air
have to
fryer.
bake it. The air fryer is great, but
I love it.
Cleaning it's a pain in the ass. That fucking taking the tray out and
it's
scraping
just
all
one
the shit
thing.
off.
It's one thing. It's so easy. I love the air fryer. It's so simple.
Yeah, it is simple.
Let's shift gears. Speaking of health, let's wish Richie Faulkner of Judas Priest healing energy.
Jesus.
Thank God that guy is alive. For those that don't know, Richie Faulkner of Judas Priest was playing in the encore of a concert with Judas Priest live, and they have this on video. You can even see the moment it happens, where he's playing guitar, and I think the song was Painkiller, and suddenly he stops and clutches his chest for a moment, and that's the moment basically his heart exploded. Just popped apart, and you see him take off his guitar and walk off stage. By some blessing of God, thank you, he made it to the hospital, and they did 10 hours of open heart surgery on him. He's healing up now, and he's doing great, and he's going to be okay. But could you imagine you're on stage and your aorta basically just explodes, like right then and there, and you're nowhere really near the hospital. He had a little journey to that hospital, and he made it, luckily. So really, thank God. That video is crazy.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, the only guy that was happy about that was KK Downing. He's like,
yeah, I know, right? KK's like, won't let me back in the band, huh? What are you gonna do now?
Good for him. Good for him. I'm happy that Judas Priest are doing their 50th anniversary. I would love to buy that box set with everything they've ever released, because they're releasing like 22 live albums, and that in and of itself, but not for $500. I mean, that's expensive. That's expensive yeah.
Well, I mean, they have the Kiss 45th anniversary Destroyer box set now. Did you see that? No. It's like multiple variations of the Destroyer album recorded multiple ways, and it's got like a Kiss Army membership kit, reproduction, and some other stuff, and it's pretty pricey, but we did that all for the fans. We really did a great job.
Nominal fee. By the way, congratulations to Gene Simmons for being able to maintain his balance with all that equipment the other night.
Yeah, I was gonna.
How many people you think got fired over that?
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too. For those that don't know, Gene Simmons had an accident the other day that could have been very, very bad. I'm just gonna, Johnny, isolate me for a sec.
Yeah, this is Gene. He's on one of the platforms and it's not secured. Look at that. It's a very Spinal Tap caught in the pod moment. Look at that right there. That thing was supposed to be suspended. Look at how the other ones are all flat. Gene's was off. I mean, I can't even imagine. Imagine you've been doing this for 50 fucking years, every night, all over the world, without a fucking flaw. And then he goes out one night and that happens. I mean, he's 72 years old. He's wearing 60 pounds of gear trying to play a song. And he fucking hangs in there. I mean, for all of the things, and we make fun of Kiss incessantly on this show.
Out of love.
Yeah,
we make fun of
they
Kiss.
do. I don't make fun of them. I love Kiss.
Yeah, because Johnny's under the mistaken illusion that he can get some of these guests on this show. He's like, I'm not going to fucking piss on anybody because there's a chance they might do my Johnny Beane TV show.
I just want to tell you, Johnny, we're not doing your show. We're not even looking at your Amazon wish list, and I'm certainly not changing your life.
When it's all said and done, I think we would do the show for a nominal fee.
We would definitely do the show for a nominal fee, Johnny.
For the fans.
We would do it all for the fans.
Johnny, don't count them out, man. They might just show up one night and they're like, you
never know.
Dane is just like, please don't kick me off the show. Please don't kick me off the
show. We might even bring Thad Ace Frehley back soon, or Vinnie Vincent.
Yeah,
Thad Vinnie Vincent.
But yeah, I mean that's a pretty amazing picture. And some people think, was it staged? Is it like
no.
If you remember, I will tell you something. I'll give something away. On the, I don't know if it was the Load or the Reload tour, that was staged when the stagehand fell out of the rigging in the middle of, I don't know if it was Eye of the Beholder, I forget what song it was, but there was a stagehand that on the Metallica tour for either Load or Reload that fell out of the rigging, like, and had a guideline attached to his ankle, and that was staged. That was basically a stuntman that did that every night on the show. That was staged, but I don't think Gene Simmons is going. No. The guy spits blood and fire at 72. My guess is he doesn't need another stunt. What he does now is already impressive enough. There isn't another band outside of Rammstein on the planet that puts on a show anywhere close to what Kiss does. Nobody.
Yeah, that was definitely not a staged moment, because all the members are being lowered down on platforms from really high up. And Gene suddenly, just half of it drops down. I mean, he really could have been hurt. This is definitely not a moment. Kiss lets you know when they do a stunt or something. This is Gene basically.
Trust me, they want the credit for it.
Yeah, this is Gene saying under his breath, I am going to fuck somebody's day.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, somebody lost their job over that.
Then he's hanging there and he's waiting to get off of that damn platform. And Paul's like, oh, whoa. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Florida? Of course it's Florida. That's where all this shit happens.
Yeah. Keith Campbell, Cunning Stunts was taped during the Reload tour, I believe. So that's when that happened. But my guess is whomever the stagehand rigger or whomever is responsible for that platform picked up his final check at the end of the show.
Yeah.
He was replaced immediately. I have no doubt.
Gene was chasing him with the fury
I have no doubt.
of the God of Thunder, believe me.
Again, I saw a guy lose his job in the Providence Civic Center during the Motley Crue. It was the Girls tour when Cinderella opened for them. And that was the part, remember that was the stage setup where the amplifiers rose out of the back of the back line during Motley Crue's set. The amplifiers came up like elevators.
Mm-hmm.
But Cinderella was opening, and I forget what song they were in the middle of, but Jeff LaBar's, and rest in peace, Jeff LaBar's guitar went out. His amp rig or whatever it was went out, and you could see him clearly struggling to hear what was going on, and he was yelling at a stagehand, and he put the guitar through a 4x12 on stage. And I happened to be in the dressing room after the show, and that guitar tech was fired that night.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, certain shit's got to go right. If you can't get that shit right,
Yep. Yeah, can't have that.
Gene and coming down on a platform, he started singing, you lost your job. You definitely lost your job. Lost your job. Get out of here, you slob. Lost your job.
What a blunder! You've got to go. I'm 6 feet under. I'm 72 years old.
Oh boy. Oh baby, let's put your check in the mail. You're not allowed here. It's time for you to sail. Yeah, that guy's gone. Paul and I could see it in her eyes. Are reviewing Kiss songs. What else would be a good parody?
Gene's still all right. He almost died tonight.
Oh man.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's gonna make a fuss. That guy's going off the tour bus. Doot. You're gonna lose your job in Detroit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, that was definitely a Spinal Tap moment. Like
I had visions of Harry Shearer stuck in the pod.
Alice Cooper recently had a very similar problem where Nita Strauss was hit in the head with Alice does that thing with his cane where he's doing Feed My Frankenstein. He's got a wooden cane and he smashes it against a riser and, the cane breaks in half. So this time recently, this was, let's see, where was this?
Recently.
I think it was Saturday.
It was last week, yeah.
Nita Strauss got smacked in the head with that broken piece of cane. Luckily, it didn't hurt her in the face, but it just knocked her in the head. And she was saying in an interview recently, Alice Cooper always tells you when you join this group, you're gonna get paid, you're gonna see the world, and somehow you're gonna get stitches because he works with a lot of props. Some of them are dangerous. They're real swords. They're real knives. The canes he breaks are real wood. And, shit happens. Normally, Nita's just dodging the front row of young boys, just, spouting jizz on the stage. Like, Nita, whoa, stuff like that, Usually for me, when I go to a concert, that's usually what she has to dodge. But no, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
I'm being called out by Lemmy again. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Hey, Jay.
Hi. Yeah, so that was what happened with Nita. Let's see. What else we got in the news? Terry Lewis of XYZ. For those of you following Terry Lewis went from XYZ to Great White for a couple of years and did some great stuff. And he is coming out with a new band called Land of Gypsies, and they have a single that just hit called Shattered, and that's very cool. I love Terry Lewis. I think he's a great frontman, which is what happened to Alice Cooper's cane on Nita Strauss's head. Shattered. Land of Gypsies Shattered. Check it out on YouTube. The full album is coming out December 10th on Frontiers Music. And, I always say Frontiers Music is always supporting all the good bands. They have, LA Guns, and they have, Heat and Crazy Licks and all that stuff. So definitely check out Land of Gypsies Shattered on YouTube. And when you get a chance, December 10th, buy the full album because we like to support the bands. And that's really cool. So there you go. What were you just showing, Dane?
Oh, we've got a little S1 pedal.
Well, why don't you show it? If you're going to show it, show it.
I'm just saying, Dane, do you have the Boss SY1 pedal? And I just showed him the pedal real quick.
Oh, there you
How
go.
much?
There you go.
How much tonight?
How much for our viewers tonight, Dane, is that pedal?
It's already way over there.
Oh, it's not for sale anymore. I'm sorry. You have all missed your
Yeah.
opportunity to buy something from
He'll
Dane's
come in the
Zimmerman.
store. He'll come
It's
in.
too far. I'm sorry. Too far to walk. Yes, so sorry. What a shame. Angus Young. There's a company, Johnny, that makes what's called blow-ups. And they're like, you remember the bop bags you had as a kid? You know, you'd blow up the clown or something, and you know, you could punch the bag and it kind of falls over and then jumps back. They were like 3 feet high inflatables. You remember those? The bottoms were kind of weighted, you know, a bop bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with characters on. Yeah, Darth Vader,
Mhm.
bop bag,
Okay.
R2D2, and you know,
A
stuff
bop
like that.
bag?
Yeah, bop bag, BOP. Like, you know, give them a little bop on the nose, you know. So there's a company called Blow Ups that makes these little 6-inch ones that you can put on your desk, you know, kind of like the size of a pop figure. And they're little blow up, kind of little mini bop bags. And they just made one of Angus Young. Check this out. I'm still playing with blow up dolls. They're, of course, with you know, breasts and tassels and stuff, but and big mouths like this, you know. I still have those blow up dolls. They're all around my my house. Here we go. That is the Angus Young blow up figure. Blow up exclamation point figure. There he is, little Angus, and you could put him on your desk. He looks like he's getting a colonoscopy right now. There he is.
It kind of looks like they're so small. You don't really punch it. You maybe
Yeah.
just sit there and you flick him.
You sit there and give it a little flick with your fingers, and it'll bop back and forth. Yeah, because if you punch it, it'll probably go sailing across the room. And Keith Campbell is right. I do need a real doll. Somebody send me a $6,000 sex doll, please. Because I am very lonely. Very lonely. Sad and lonely. Want some sweet mama? Buy me a $6,000 sex doll. Because it ain't so bad. There we go. Yeah, he doesn't have a guitar. Papa Blue brings up a good point. How come there is no guitar on Angus? He should have a
he's
little
unrecognizable without that.
Yeah, he should have a little Gibson SG. Right?
Mhm.
And what's
Yeah,
with the
well-
blue headband or whatever?
Well, no, that's his little baseball hat.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
yeah, I see it now.
He's got a little baseball and his little schoolboy outfit. It's cute. I mean, you know, these things are very cute. I love these little, you know, when they give a little tributes to everybody. But yeah, where is the guitar? 1999.
20 bucks.
Well, what do you think they're going to cost? That's, you know, that's about as much as lunch.
$29.99.
Oh, so you think this is a bargain?
Yeah, that's cheap, man. That's super
okay.
cheap.
Oh, it's on the
Okay.
back.
Because you figure they're only going to make
on the
those
back.
for about the next
I
6
see.
months, and then you'll
Okay.
never see them again.
Okay, so it's on his back. Zoom in on that one, Johnny.
I gotta
Let's see
click
that.
on it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
Oh,
got it
cool.
on
There
his
we
back.
go.
There it is. Okay.
Right
If
next to
you
the air plug.
having trouble with your little bop bag, it's giving you the blues.
AC/DC's got a new song out.
They have that whole album out.
Yeah, they just
That-
did a video a few days
Great
ago.
album. Should be $1, $2.98. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. What do you guys think of that? Who else do they make? I've never seen this company before, but they're obviously like a you know, like kind of like a play on the what are those dolls with the big head? The pop figures.
Pop.
Yeah. Pop.
I've got the police ones up there.
Those things are so popular.
Thank you, Steve Carmichael.
Yeah, the pops are very popular. This I've never seen before, but Johnny, do they make other band members, other groups, other rock stars in those little blow ups?
Oh, I got a new gift that got sent to me at the radio station. That's similar to that. I'll get you. Hang on a second.
Bring it over. Bring it over.
Yeah, they do actually. They make other ones.
Yeah, Funko Pops. Thank
I
you.
thought he was going to say his nurse got him a gift.
Well, she blew him while he was unconscious. Zoom, isolate him, Johnny. Is that Lemmy? Oh, it's a Lemmy figure, a Motorhead Lemmy figure. How cool is that?
Yeah, and it's like a tiny one, but it's cool as fuck.
No, that's the right size for an action figure. That's the same size as a Star Wars figure or a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, everybody. For those that don't know,
3.5-inch figure.
Lemmy was my first interview when I got into radio, and so people send me lots of Lemmy things. I've got 2 Funko Pops. I've got the Lemmy Funko Pop, and then of course the Snaggletooth B Motorhead, which a lot of people call the War Pig, and in fact the Funko Pop calls it the War Pig, which is incorrect. I got one of those. I got a Lemmy bobblehead, and people send me Lemmy stuff all the time. And this is a new one, I guess, that came out this year. The estate, I mean, Motorhead is, like a lot of bands, bigger in death than they were in life.
Does he come with it? Does he come with an instrument?
Yes. Yes, he's got it. There, you can see it in the side. He's got his Rickenbacker.
Oh, cool.
And then the Murder One head is behind him. You can barely see it, but the guitar head, and it does say Murder One on it. So the guitar.
This is my action figure. My action figure.
Yeah. If I had an idea, they'd cash in on my death. He was killed by death, by the way.
I think that's the same company that that makes the Iron Maiden action figures that I think are super cool.
Reflection? Right? Is that what they're called?
So.
Reflection? Yeah, I don't know who it is, but and they're relatively new. It's a brand new one. These just came out.
What's on the back? Does it show any other figures?
Ghost and Slayer.
Oh, there you go. Slayer. That's cool. I don't know why Ghost so early. I would rather.
Yeah, it's way too early for that.
Yeah. Not classic yet.
But it's a very good job. Like he's got the the hat on.
Oh, it's Super 7. It's Super 7.
Yeah, Super 7 is the company.
Okay. Yeah, they make a ton of cool toys.
Well, this is a cool Lemmy that somebody sent me, and I put it up there with my shelf of Lemmy stuff. I've got my Motor headphones, which they made briefly. They're basically Motorhead branded. They're like Beats, but they're Motorhead headphones that I've never opened. I've never used them. I've got a Motorhead motorcycle helmet that's got the Snaggletooth on it and the big Ace of Spades on the back of the helmet. Yeah, a bunch of Motorhead stuff. People know I'm a kind of a fan when they see the Motorhead.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, and you've got the Ace of Spades on your ball sack, right? Show us that one. Show us that one.
I would, but it's still drying. I can't put it fucking back up here. I just had it up here, no problem. The first time, no problem. Now it's like,
whoa.
Now it's like, no, you're not going to make this happen.
I can get it up. There we go.
I don't know if McFarlane did do a Lemmy, but if he did, I want it. So
I don't think he did. I don't think he did a Lemmy. I think McFarlane did Kiss. I think he did
Kiss.
Metallica.
He did Slapshot. I have the Slapshot McFarlanes. Those are great.
I think he did the Metallica ones, right?
He did do Metallica. He did several Kiss ones. Yeah, he's done a bunch of them. I know he did Slash. I have a Slash one. But I don't think he did a Lemmy one. I wish he had, because that would have been great. But I have the Hanson brothers from Slapshot, the McFarlane ones. Those things are awesome. And they did a second one. They did a version of the Slapshot ones, and then they did the Bloody Hansons, which I don't think was authorized, but it was like the Hansons with like the glasses broken and blood coming down their face and shit.
Nice.
But he's done.
Not to be confused with Hanson, the boy band of the 90s.
No, there's only one. Let's face it. There's only one Hanson brothers. Well, there are 3 Hanson brothers, but they from the movie Slapshot, which is arguably the greatest sports movie in the history of sports movies.
And not to be confused with the Hudson brothers in that Razzle Dazzle show they had.
Oh, the Hudson Brothers Popcorn Machine. Is that what it was called? I think it is.
I think it was called the Hudson Brothers Razzle Dazzle. They had it on Family Guy.
The intro. They did the whole intro.
They did
the long intro.
Whole intro.
Yeah, with
was
the
like
forklift and
5
everything.
minutes or something.
Yeah.
What was the big hit
Bear.
that they had, the Hudson Brothers?
Did they ever have it?
Well, Mark Hudson wrote half of Ozzy's catalog, like post 1990.
Oh wow, I did not
he
know
wrote,
that.
He wrote a lot of he wrote a lot of Osmosis, I think Down to Earth, and maybe some stuff on Scream. Mark Hudson was Ozzy's producer for a long time, and a co-writer. If you look at Mark Hudson, he's got co-writing credits on a couple of Ozzy records.
I really like that Razzle Dazzle show you did with the bear.
And Lemmy wrote Ozzy's biggest hit, "Mama, I'm Coming Home." That's Lemmy. He wrote
That's
that.
Ozzy's biggest hit.
Yep.
Really?
His highest charting
No, that
song. It's
can't
his
be.
biggest hit.
It
Yep.
can't be.
It is.
It can't be.
I'm sorry, but it is.
No, let's look that up. Let's look that up. I can't see that.
Oh, great! This is the bloody Prince of Darkness. That thing is more
at
mobile
least
than
that one-
Ozzy is.
That one is more stable to stand than I am. That one tips over like I do, but gets back up.
Yeah, he only has 3 fingers, so all it will say is Oz, right?
Yeah, look. Oh, look at his fingers.
O-Z-Z.
That's fine.
Just for the record, a power ballad, "Mama, I'm Coming Home," is Osbourne's only solo top 40 single on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, peaking at number 28. His only other top 40 hits being his duet with Lita Ford, "Close My Eyes Forever," and his feature, the 2019 Post Malone song, "Take What You Want," both which peaked at number 8. "Mama, I'm Coming Home" reached number 2 on Billboard's mainstream rock tracks.
What did Crazy Train hit?
Now he did
It's
a song
not a-
with
it's not a
his
hit.
daughter that
Wow.
they got on the UK
That's a
chart.
sin. That's a sin.
Yeah,
I would have guessed the Lita song, but I'm shocked that Crazy Train never was a hit.
Nope. The peak position for "Mama, I'm Coming Home" in the UK was 32, and the Billboard Hot 100 it was 28, and the US mainstream rock chart it was a number 2 song. It's his biggest hit.
What was Shot in the Dark?
None of that stuff. To us, those songs are big.
Mhm.
When it's all said and done, from when it comes down to chart position, those songs weren't
Yeah.
big.
They're
You
bigger
could-
now than they were then.
You could buy me, and Sharon gets all the money. I think.
Yep. No, it's a interesting. It's interesting. We've talked about this before. The legend of certain bands exceeds the reality of the bands. "Shot in the Dark" peaked at number 68 on the Billboard Hot 100. And on the mainstream rock chart, it was number 10. Not as big a hit.
They really nailed his face there. You could almost hear him. Has he lost his mind? You could really
Yeah, they got the eyeballs just right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bozique asks, does it technically make you a one-hit wonder if you have a long, lucrative career but are a successful touring band but not a chart topper? Yeah.
That's a great question, Bozique.
Yes. That's what it makes you. You can have a fantastic career and never have a hit record. But if you have one hit, great example, Twisted Sister. Dee Snider will, they always tell you that Twisted Sister is a one-hit wonder. Dee Snider will tell you 2 hits. He points it out.
Never
Never hit. Both those videos.
Iron Maiden has had a phenomenal career, no hit records.
So
Good sales.
No hit wonder.
They had no hit records. They've never had a hit single.
Funny.
They've never had a hit single, but it is. Yep. "Mama, I'm Coming Home" is Ozzy's biggest hit, and it was written by Lemmy.
Wow.
Yep. He also wrote Hellraiser too on that record.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I told
pretty
you
sure though that the duet that he did with his daughter went to number 1 over in the UK. One of them old songs.
It was a Black Sabbath song called "Changes."
That's right.
We talked about Hellraiser,
and it was a number 1 record over in England on the singles chart and in Scotland. But
we talked about
here though.
We talked about Hellraiser because they did a mashup recently that was just terrible. I thought it was terrible.
It's an awful version.
Hey, look who it is! If Gene dressed to kill.
Yes, I'm being paid for this. Yeah, it only made the top 30 in the dance club. There was a Felix the House Cat remix of it.
Wow. Wow. Go figure.
But yeah, it didn't do shit here. Because nobody in rock radio would play anything that Kelly Osbourne sang on.
I don't want to see fucking Kelly Osbourne, please.
No. Oh no. Remember we showed that picture of Kelly recently? She looked okay. There was I didn't think I'd ever say that, but if you Google Kelly Osbourne hot, a couple pictures will come up and you go,
I don't think she'll ever be hot. Her sister is smoking hot. Amy Osbourne. She's very hot.
Yep. She doesn't want anything to do with it. Now, go ahead and Google Kelly Osbourne hot and show that picture. You have to admit, in this picture, you're like, yeah.
Which one?
I don't want to admit it, but
yeah, even Johnny can't find it. Google won't yield a hot picture of Kelly.
Yes, there is. I hate to tell you.
Maybe a photo of her sweating. That's the only hot photo I'd see of Kelly
this
Osbourne.
is John. You're gonna hate yourself when you see it. Well, no, you are, because you're gonna be like, yeah. Yep, in that picture.
She just doesn't have a pretty face. I can never see her as hot. Her sister, Amy, yes.
Amy is super hot.
Her sister, Amy, is a model. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I do
not that picture. You have to get the full body shot.
It's not about the body. It's her face. I just can't find that face attractive.
That's the closest thing that her face comes to hot.
Because it looks like him?
It looks just like him. John, do you want to eat my pussy, John? Do you want to stick it in my bum?
Yeah, no, there are. You look at those. If you Google, there are pictures. Amy is super hot.
How would you like to have Sharon as a mother-in-law? She could take all your wedding gifts. Yeah, she's got that hideous jawline. She
looks
like,
a lot like him.
She's like American Dad. I mean, she's just not a pretty girl. I'm sorry. It's not about her body. I mean, her weight fluctuates. That's one thing, but it's like just that face. I'd always see Ozzy looking back up with me. Your penis is in me now.
Ooh. She looks like Angelina Jolie there.
Yeah. I
mean,
she kind of does.
She had her lips done, it looks like.
Oh, no, she definitely had her lips done.
She's had a lot of work done.
It looks like she had her jaw shaved down.
Yeah, she's had a lot of work done.
No, she looks different there. I will admit, she looks different.
Yeah,
there.
see? Yeah, little by little. You're coming around. You're coming around.
Then she'll open her mouth and it'll be Sharon.
I know, she's super unattractive.
I taught her how to steal money from guys.
Her personality is super unattractive. There's no doubt about that. You can't fix that.
Yeah. No, there's no.
But in that photograph, she looks like Angelina Jolie. If you didn't know that was Kelly Osbourne, you'd be like, "Oh, that girl's hot."
No, I have to admit, Paulie, I'm telling you, that jawline is different. Johnny, do a side by side of that.
No, she did. She's had work done, no doubt.
I mean, drastic work. We're not just talking filled her lips. We're talking that jaw has been shaven down somehow.
Yeah, she also had the lap band surgery. That's why she lost all the weight.
Lap dance? I've had lap dance surgery. Lap dance surgery? Lap dance? That's where the girl kind of grinds right on you. Lap dance? Use that lap dance money Lenny Lou and Mary sent me.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. No.
It's my line.
That works.
There you go, John.
There she is, looking like the worst of Sharon.
Yes, now that's not attractive there at all.
My daughter's face not healing.
That's the day she got kicked off The View, right there.
My God, that is what I think of when I think of Kelly. I mean, just look at that. Jesus Christ, the terrible hairstyle, the ugly lips, the ugly jaw. I mean, she just looks like a true mashup of Ozzy and Sharon, but the worst parts of it. Hey, Mark Dillon, welcome. We're debating whether Kelly Osbourne is hot. Show Amy Osbourne, because
Amy Osbourne is ridiculous.
That girl's pretty,
super hot.
Show Amy. It must be tough, like when you have a sister that's like a hot model, and you look like your father, and your father's Ozzy.
Well, remember, Sharon doesn't look anything like she did when they got married either.
No, but Sharon was never pretty.
No.
I expect Sharon to look ugly, just younger and older ugly.
Hi, baby girl. Hi.
Wow.
Hi. Yeah.
All right. So here's Amy Osborne. That's not even a good photo.
That's
of
a
her.
terrible picture of her.
Come on, that's like no makeup. That's like,
No, that's an awful picture of Amy Osborne.
yeah, that's like no makeup and stuff. Show a photo of her like, at a good angle, war paint and the whole 9 yards.
Like all done up.
Yeah, like a a normal like her out on the street photo. Doesn't even have to be a modeling photo. Just
That was a normal photo.
Nah, that's catching her without makeup. That's not fair.
It is kind of fair because that's what she really looks like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you wake up in the morning next to her, that's what
I'd
she
be all
looks
right
like.
with that. I'd be
There
okay
you
with
go.
that.
There you
I'd be
go.
okay with that.
Come on, she's got nice cheekbones. Look at her.
You have beautiful eyes.
Yeah, gorgeous eyes. That's a pretty girl right there.
Mysterious. Her eyes are very mysterious.
Yeah, I think Johnny took a photo where she's, she put on some weight and she's got no makeup. This is a nice photo of her. She's a pretty girl.
She looks a little bit like Rachel Weisz in that picture.
She looks a little bit like Mrs. Mancuda of the future is what she looks like. Yeah, Kelly's just ugh. Kelly looks like Ozzy in drag.
It's like she's saying, "You're disgusting."
Well, she'd be saying that if she saw me naked, is what she'd be saying.
I'm saying it now, and I've never seen you naked.
There you go.
As far as anybody knows.
Even my mother. Oh, John.
Oh, John, what are you doing?
Your father's pathetic schmeckle, I'll tell you that. Just terrible.
That's all I got.
There you go.
See, that Sharon, after a shitload of work, Amy, without that's not the best picture of Amy, but that's a significantly better looking.
Even then, you could tell Amy's pretty.
No, yeah, she's definitely pretty.
Sharon basically got enough surgery to make her human. But
but in that picture, she's got Joker face right there. You can see it.
Yeah, the problem with Sharon though isn't her looks; it's her mouth. It's just that she's like,
she's just an unattractive human being.
She's just a horribly ugly, just worm of a person.
She's an outstanding manager, though. My God, what a great business!
Because she cheats everyone and gives the money to her family. But
she learned from her father, who was one of the biggest crooks in the industry.
Yeah,
Don Arden was a notorious asshole. She got that. That's for sure.
Keith Campbell, all that work, and that's the best Sharon could do with her nose.
She had a period. It's interesting. Sharon had a period.
She looks like she had it on her face.
No, Sharon had a period of time. Everybody does this.
Oh,
everybody that goes to the plastic surgery, goes to the plastic surgeon, has this moment where they hit a sweet spot, and then they go too far. And Sharon, a few surgeries ago, hit her sweet spot. I'm not saying she was attractive, but she was as attractive as Sharon Osbourne can possibly be. For example, Joan Rivers had that moment. Joan Rivers had a sweet spot. Dolly Parton had that moment where there was a sweet spot where the plastic surgeon got her to the maximum attractive point that they could possibly get. And then I don't know why. I know why a plastic surgeon doesn't say no, because somebody's going to write him a big check. Yeah. But at some point, you have to, the plastic surgeon should look at them and go, this is as good as it's going to get. Don't do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
Dolly Parton end up all looking like fucking clowns.
Dolly Parton, even to this day, still looks way better than Sharon. And again,
agreed.
Dolly's just a beautiful human, and Sharon's just a greedy, selfish, cheating, lying. I'll ask J.K. Lee if he thinks Sharon's hot.
But I mean, look, and by the way, I'm not trying to be an asshole with regard to physical appearance. What I'm saying is, if you're going to go to the plastic surgeon, go to the plastic surgeon, do it. But at some point, stop. It's like a record. When you produce a record, at some point, the producer looks at you and goes, we're done. That's as good as it's going to get. In that situation, there's a line that is definitive. Everyone that gets too much plastic surgery has the same look. Tawny Katane, Janice Dickinson,
Catwoman.
Jocelyn Wildenstein. That's who you're thinking of. All of those, they all have the same because they have to stretch the face in a certain way, and they all end up looking exactly the same because what they're doing is basically the same rebuild. They stretch everything, and lift it, and everybody starts to look the same.
Yeah, Carrot Top. Jesus, Steve Carmichael brought up Carrot Top. Oh my God.
A great example. I mean, some point, at some point, the doctor. Wait a minute, Carrot Top has had some work.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
Carrot Top is brutally inhuman now. I don't know what the guy was thinking.
But that's the thing about that plastic surgery thing. If you're gonna look, plastic surgery is great, just like steroids. Steroids are great. They work. They'll get you to be big and strong, but at some point you go beyond normal and you start to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And
there is
hair
a
extensions
point.
when people go and when they get the hair plugs. Some guys like Jeff Saturday, who used to play football for the Indianapolis Colts, his hair piece is fucking awful. Brian Urlacher, when Brian Urlacher got his hair done, it's fucking awful.
Well, is it a hair piece or is it plugs? Which is it?
Well, I think Saturday's was a hair piece, and I think Urlacher's is plugs. Either way, the point is,
because Shatner looks great. Like we were talking earlier in the show, William Shatner. I'm like, wow, that's the best toupee that guy's ever had. But if he's had the surgery and that was the result, God bless the doctor. Good for him.
Have at it. I mean, do your thing, but at some point, you got to know when to stop. It's like drugs and alcohol and everything else. Plastic surgery has one of those moments where you just go, God, what are you doing?
Gene Simmons has had plastic surgery.
Sure, he has. But Gene stopped when he was supposed to. Paul too.
Yeah.
They both they did the cheek lift.
Paul looks great.
They did a great. Jennifer Grey is a fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Jennifer Grey is a fantastic example of plastic surgery done wrong. Jennifer Grey.
Well, hold on. Let me just say, it's not that her surgery was done wrong. She looks like she has a perfect, beautiful nose.
Yes, but she
was
doesn't
the
look
wrong
unique anymore.
candidate. She was the wrong candidate
she didn't need
to
it.
have plastic surgery because that nose was part of her beauty.
Yes, she was, and still is, stunningly attractive. But one of the things about Jennifer Grey was she had a unique look. It was I don't want to say it was ethnic, but it was ethnic in a very
beautiful
exotic
way.
In an exotic way. She was so beautiful. And still is
beautiful.
Still is, but she's
just
but here's
not
the thing.
unique.
I would say Jennifer Grey is now unremarkable. She's just beautiful. Whereas before she was unique and it was special. There was something really special.
She was recognizable. Now she's not recognizable anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't recognize her now.
She was so stunningly attractive. I'm still a huge Jennifer Grey fan, but
same here.
But my God, when she got
to pretty much start her career over.
Yeah, she was just so gorgeous in a very odd way. It was so unique. I loved her look.
I did too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's the country guy? Who is that country singer from back in the Dolly Parton days? And he's literally like
Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers. Yeah, Kenny Rogers had too much.
You got to know when to stop.
He didn't. Yeah. Mickey Rourke. Jerry Wilson brings up Mickey Rourke. Great example.
Oh, yeah.
Mickey Rourke is another guy that had way too much work done.
Absolutely. He was a good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good-looking guy. No, look, I always say this because I get asked a lot, especially by girls, should I get breast implants? Should I get a nose job? Should I get a facelift?
Do your thing, man.
Here's my answer. The answer to breast implants, always yes. Just always yes. I just go with yes. On that one, I go with it. But I have a double D. Now, when I get asked, should I get a breast reduction? Always no. Always no. Just always.
Never.
I don't care if you have two fucking lazy boy recliners on your chest, never get them reduced. So, so breast implants, that's a whole nother thing. When it comes to your face, stay with what nature gave you and just nip and tuck enough to maintain it being youthful. Don't start changing around. I want this person's nose and I want this person. Look, if you have a bump on your nose and it really bothers you, okay, maybe you want to get a little shave or something if that really, really is your thing. But try to stay with what nature gave you. Nature made you beautiful. Just stay with it. Don't fucking try to be, yeah. Don't be like
Which is
that
which?
guy. Don't- yeah, if nature gave you a gap in your teeth, stay with that gap in your teeth. Leave a racing stripe down the front of my cock. Now, hold on. Go back to that guy. That guy needs fucking surgery. That guy needs surgery because that guy's just a mess. And he's 39. He's only 39 years old.
Yeah, I don't get the too much plastic surgery thing. And I know it seems like we're being very superficial, and maybe we are. To me, fuck, do whatever you want, man. I mean, it makes you look healthy or happy, whatever you want to do. The older cat-faced lady in Hollywood craving soda, her name is Jocelyn Wildenstein. And she actually got a movie role out of that too much plastic surgery. She was in Escape from LA when Bruce Campbell, who played a bit part as the plastic surgeon of Beverly Hills, who was going to rearrange Snake Plissken's face. Remember when they caught him in LA? Bruce Campbell, they did his chin even bigger as a joke. And he was the plastic surgeon of Beverly Hills. Well, his nurse was Jocelyn Wildenstein, and they didn't have to do any makeup. It was just her fucking swollen, fucked up face. Yeah,
I like what Bo Zeke said. Bill Burr said,
Bill Burr, yeah.
Do you want to be 52 and look 52 or look like a 28-year-old lizard?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's
just use what nature gave you and just, a nip and tuck here and there, but don't get someone else's lips, someone else's eyes, someone else's nose. Stay with the way nature gave you. Be proud of what you look like.
It's funny. Jocelyn Wildenstein looks like the Purge.
Oh God.
Look at her.
That's super weird.
Yeah, it's and by the way, Donatella Versace did the same thing.
Oh yeah.
And Alexis Arquette did the same thing.
But I'll forgive Donatella because she's loaded.
She had nothing else.
She could buy me my my penile extension.
It makes you stand out in a crowd. That's for sure.
Sure it does.
If you set yourself on fire, you'll also stand out in a crowd and look the same way.
Yeah, Wayne Newton's another guy who's had a ton of work done. I mean, his face doesn't move.
Wayne's a really unique character. He's a really unique character. Did you see the Wayne Newton on the you go on YouTube, look up Wayne Newton Lucy show. Did you ever see that?
No.
Hold on a sec.
On the Lucy show?
Yeah, wait a sec. I think it was Wayne Newton.
He's not still playing Vegas, is he? He's
Fret
retired.
Level Midnight. Don't you dare besmirch the fine name of Christina Hendricks.
Oh, she's perfect. Yeah, Wayne Newton, Lucille Ball show. Yeah, Wayne Newton looked a lot like a girl on the Lucille Ball show in the 1960s. And you can find it on YouTube. But now he looks like you said, Paulie, his face just doesn't move. I mean, God bless the guy,
No, Wayne Newton's awesome. Wayne Newton's awesome.
Yeah.
I just think that there are certain people that just go too far. Pamela Anderson had a great moment. Pamela Anderson had a perfect spot and then went too far.
Did you see her before surgery? She was gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
It's like hitting a home run, swinging at a home run that's already been hit.
Wayne Newton had that hat since birth and had it removed surgically.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? Right out of the vagina with a fucking 10-gallon hat.
Who would have known?
No, the surgeon. Engelbert Humperdinck.
Wayne was great in Ford Fairlane. He was the only good thing about Ford Fairlane. That and Tone Loc when he said, "You are 30 seconds away from the most embarrassing moment of your entire fucking life." That's the only good line in that whole thing.
Well, he saw that coming, huh?
Yes, Keith Campbell, but Linda Carter has had a nip and a tuck here and there too.
And she's
a
gorgeous.
She's
Oh
a
my
great example.
God.
She's a great example of somebody that had minimal plastic surgery. Her and Jane Seymour, minimal plastic surgery,
Another
plastic surgery, just to make it look a little bit young, pick up a little bit of the skin here, tighten a little bit, but didn't change her appearance.
Bingo. That's it. Don't change your general appearance.
Yeah.
Go with what nature made you. Nature made you beautiful. If you're watching right now and you're like, no, I have my nose. No. Nature made you beautiful. Stop. Just stop.
Which is why I still have a massive crush on Helen Mirren.
Massive crotch? Oh,
Helen
crush. Yes.
Helen Mirren is like 77 years old and still phenomenally gorgeous.
I jerk off to her and Betty White every night. And
you know who
Bobby
else?
Brown or Pam Anderson? Bobby Brown or Pam Anderson?
You know who else?
In their prime or today?
In their prime.
In their prime. Pam Anderson, because I've seen that Tommy Lee video where she inhales cock. Yeah.
You know who else is shockingly hot? Martha
Please.
Stewart.
Martha
Stewart.
Stewart. I'm sorry. You lost me on that one, man. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's Martha Stewart. But man, I don't find her attractive.
Snoop Dogg seems to.
Snoop Dogg's been balls deep in that repeatedly.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Sipping on gin and juice. Laid back.
Here's a great example. Yeah, Raquel Welch has had a ton of surgery.
She looked great.
But she still looks pretty good. Same thing with
Gorgeous.
Sophia Loren. Some of those girls.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Bobby Brown is fucking crazy, though. There's no doubt about that.
I did. Fred Level.
They were the ultimate 80s power couple. They were the ultimate 80s power couple.
Who?
And they blew
Tommy
it.
and Pam?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well,
God,
yes,
that
but
video.
no, I was thinking
No,
Bobby and
Pam
the
blew
Warrant
it.
dude.
Pam blew it. Oh.
Yes, Keith Campbell, I have seen Helen Mirren twerk, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
have you ever seen
it's
that?
funny.
Have you ever seen that?
I saw the awards show. Yeah.
Yeah, the hasty pudding.
I saw that.
Oh my God. When Helen Mirren drops that ass, I'm like, wow. She's super and it's funny because when I watched the movie Red, both those Red movies are fantastic. The Bruce Willis movie Red, Retired Extremely Dangerous. He's a retired spy. Helen Mirren in those movies, I'm just like a complete schoolboy. She's so good looking.
Martha Stewart was definitely eating pussy in prison. You know that.
Maybe.
You know that. I'm going to make my favorite dish. Pussy a la jour.
Adrienne Barbeau had a moment. Yeah, for sure. But it was a quick one.
Very quick. Like Swamp Thing time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And a little bit. And at the end of Creepshow, when she was Creepshow was the end of her moment.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that's just great, Henry.
There you go, John.
What's this?
Who's that?
Oh, that's Mama Mancuda. I don't know, but she's gorgeous.
That's Martha Stewart.
That's Martha Stewart?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
She sure doesn't look like that anymore, boy.
Well, she can still fill a sweater.
She could still fill a gas tank. I'm still not going to fuck her nowadays.
Yep, Keith Campbell's right. Adrienne Barbeau's peak was when Hal Holbrook killed her in Creepshow.
Yeah.
That's just fine, Henry.
I saw that movie.
Where's my cake, Bedelia?
Bedelia. I can hold my breath for a long, long time. Such a great movie.
It really is.
Meteor shit.
I'll tell you what, when I lived in New York City, I guarantee my apartment could have been the set for that roach scene in Creepshow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought they would carry me out of my bed one day.
Yeah, that was something. Yeah, it was like Joe's apartment.
Yeah. I remember I went. I had a roommate. I'm not gonna say his name, but big black guy, like taller than me, wide as a refrigerator. I said, "Hey man, the roach is getting pretty bad in here." He just looks at me, hands me boric acid. Is like, "Here you go." Have fun.
Boric acid.
Boric
That's my favorite.
acid.
My favorite band. Saw them at the Mason Jar.
He didn't care. He'd let him like run through his head. He didn't care. It's just like,
We have them
what
here in
kinda-
Arizona.
What
You can
kind
saddle
of
them.
bitch are you? What kind of bitch are you? It's just
I don't know
a
if you've
few
ever-
roaches.
You guys have them. You guys have them as big in California as we do in Arizona.
Oh,
They're, you
dude,
know,
they're fucking this
big,
fucking
yeah,
big.
yeah.
They're this
They
fucking
fly, and
big.
they fly.
I don't know
Yeah.
if they fly. I think they do, but I
They
haven't
do
seen
here.
them.
Yeah, they fly. Roaches can fly. People don't. A lot of people don't know that. Roaches can fly.
Yeah, well, all I know is once in a blue moon, one has gotten into my house.
Yep.
And when they do, I flip because they're so fucking
I'm
fast.
shocked.
They're like fucking Yngwie Malmsteen on the fretboard fast. Like
They are fast.
It's like, and I can't sleep until I catch it. So I'll move furniture and like throw things across the room. I'll start shoving guitar cases. I mean, I'm breaking up the place to get it because I can't sleep knowing that something this fucking big is skittering across my fucking floor. You know?
Yeah, I learned to deal with them when I lived in Louisiana. When they're in Louisiana, you deal with them a lot because they're everywhere. It's a humid climate. So, and they breed in moisture. So when you live in a humid area, they're fucking everywhere, and they're this fucking big. And
they breed in moisture.
Oh yeah,
there's one in my wife's vagina.
And they there was one that came out from underneath the washing machine because in New Orleans, most of your houses are up off the ground to sort of avoid the flooding. They're on stilts. And then they build like a little skirt around it to make it so you don't realize that the house is on stilts. But one came up underneath the washing machine because obviously you've got the hoses going down through the bottom of the house. You have to put steel wool there to keep them from coming up. One came out and ran out from underneath the washing machine, and I had cats at the time. And one of my cats, who had to weigh, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds, like smacked this roach like he was trying to kill a mouse, put his paw down on it and smacked it to crush it. And he had it, and he picked his paw up, and the roach kept running. I was like, holy shit, that's the most durable roach I've ever seen.
Oh, they're fucking hard. They survived
It's
nuclear
super hard
war.
to kill.
They
Yeah.
survived nuclear war. No, they're a bitch, man.
No, they're huge. They're huge.
No, they're massive. They're fucking driving Uber around here. They're huge.
Yeah, we saddle them and break them here in Arizona.
Nice.
Had the girl.
Real quick, take a look, Johnny. Bring this up. David Lee Roth's last tour poster.
I love this.
Did you guys see this?
It's hilarious.
I saw that, and it's questionable.
What?
What part of it is questionable?
Let's look at it because
Let's look at it, Johnny. Bring that up.
He goes, my last 5 shows, but then in underneath that, it says something like, I don't know, but he kind of leaves the door open.
Unless it's not.
Unless it's not. It's the final tour, unless it's not.
Which means,
but that's something he said
honest
years ago.
Because he's being honest. He's being honest with the fact that, unlike all these other assholes that say, "Oh, this is it. This is we're never going to tour again. We even wrote a contract that keeps us from touring." He's at least saying, "Hey, you know what? I reserve the right to change my mind."
Right. He's leaving the door open. I like that.
Yeah. The only thing I have a problem with, I think it looks cool as hell, and I love Dave. His face in that looks like that photo of your asshole that you were showing.
I didn't show a photo of my asshole.
Look at the photo of Dave's face in that poster. I don't know what the hell he was thinking choosing that photo of his face that Johnny is busy trying to bring up.
Hi, Lemmy.
Yeah, because there's a lot of bands that retire and then they come back, so it means nothing.
It never has. I thought I was first duped into that when the Who did it in 1982.
Look at that. He looks like the Predator. He looks like the Predator.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
Right? What happened to the photo, John?
It's all these pop-ups.
You know, it's funny. Johnny is the guy that is more concerned with his computer security than anybody I've ever met before, and yet he has more garbage. More garbage coming up on his.
Do you like to marry Russian women?
See, Dave's
penis enlargement pills.
Steve
Penis
Vai
pump.
Project.
Penis pump. Come on, Johnny, bring that up. There we go. Dave's face looks literally like the fucking Predator from the... What the fuck is this?
It's a stupid site.
Johnny, come
Man.
on. Just one fucking
John, John, I'm trying, dude. Hang on.
Damn it, John! Damn
Johnny
it, John!
can't fire himself. He can't
Stupid
fire
site.
himself from his
Johnny's
own show.
Johnny's like Dr. McCoy. Damn it, Jim! I can't bring it up without a pop-up of a penis enlargement.
Craven Soda, to answer the question, I think Jenna Elfman is very plain looking. I don't know that I like her, but I say that as I say that, I happen to have a big crush on Joey Lauren Adams, who I think is also very plain looking.
I'm trying.
For a second.
I'm trying. It's
There's got to be a Google image of it, no?
Well, you know what would be good right now, John? Show that guitar. Roll that fabulous guitar.
yeah. We got 20 minutes.
because I gotta bail out anyway.
Roll that beautiful Beane footage. Okay, let's see.
What was the hint again, John?
The hint
Oh,
is
you did guitar.
it's pink because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So
And
every
because
time
you
this
have
month-
900 pink guitars to choose from.
Now look at that photo. Look at Dave's jaw and his cheeks and his neck all converging into one floppy fucking soft-boiled egg-looking thing. Look at that.
Yeah, it does
What
look like
in
it looks like the
world?
face hugger and fucking Alien.
What was he thinking with that photo?
He was thinking, I'm 70 years old and I'm gonna go with it.
No, that's a cartoon. That's Photoshop.
That's not Photoshop.
That's not real.
That's 1,000% real. What are you talking about?
It's doctored.
That's doctored? That's
Somebody
not
give me a doctor.
That's not doctored. That is jowls and neck being pushed up with an ascot that's too tight and a collar that's too close.
Are you sure that's an ascot and not a cravat?
It could be a cravat. No, seriously, that it looks like he's sucking on a straw that's not there.
Well,
How cool is that jacket, though? Honestly, guys.
No, he
at
look.
that
He's
thing.
Dave.
I
Looks
fucking love
great
David Lee Roth. I
except
don't care.
for that.
Holy crap! Look how cool that is.
No, look, he's the
I'm a
epitome
huge
of cool.
Dave fan. Yeah.
He's the epitome of cool. And look
Now
how
is
cool
that
that
a
poster
live
design
shot?
is.
So he was just breathing
That's a
in,
live
getting
shot.
ready to hit a high note.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
breathing
That's the wrong moment to take a photo for a poster. There's so many other moments you can see him smiling or looking cool or badass.
No, he's showing you how intense he is right there. He's really intense.
Look at my jowly, look at my jowly, look at my jowly, look at my neck.
I think they chose this shot because of the microphone in the front. I think it's all about just the action shot, and they just
Yeah.
doctored it as well as they could.
How would you guys rate him as a harmonica player? Was he
I
kick
wouldn't.
ass? Just middle of the
I
road?
don't-
Did he
I,
suck?
I wouldn't. I think
I
it's
don't really
I think it's
think
cool
of
that,
him as-
yeah, I think it's cool that he can play the harmonica. That's about the end of it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
let's
he's cool.
see today's show and tell guitar. I told you it is pink because of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Again, if you know a girl, any girl, mother,
I know girls.
grandmother, sister, do you know them?
I know
Tell
girls.
them October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Tell them to schedule a mammogram. Tell them to spread the word and tell them to know their girls. Tell them that breast cancer can be survived with early detection, but you've got to get a mammogram. And guys can be affected too. If you have anything that doesn't feel right in your pecs, guys, go to a doctor and see him. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all of October. Wear pink. Talk about it, spread the word, and tell everyone you know. Post on social media because this is important. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. To celebrate, we have, of course, from our beautiful sponsors, we have Swiss Picks, the greatest gripping guitar pick out there. Swiss Picks. Look at the grip on that. That is pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We have delicious Bang Energy drink, which is cotton candy pink today for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Thank you, Bang Energy. Of course, when you want custom pickups, you go to Vaughn Custom Pickups, maker of this beautiful pink Mancuda custom. Vaughn Custom Pickups, the greatest boutique pickup out there. Talk to Greg Vaughn. He will hook you up. Tell him you were sent by John Mancuda over at Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. Vaughn Custom Pickups. They'll make you anything, but pink, especially this month. Also, Johnny, where do you go when you want the best kill switches out there? You go to?
I go to Tessie Switch.
That is right, because Johnny's a professional, and that's where the pros go. Tessie Switch, the greatest and most durable kill switches out there on the market. That's what the pros use. Go to Tessie Switch. And of course, if you want to hot rod your guitar, Johnny, where do you go?
I go Tone.
fu-tone.com. fu-tone.com has everything you need to hot rod a guitar: bridges, titanium saddles, noiseless springs, parts. Go to fu-tone.com and tell them you were sent over by Johnny Beane. And of course, if you want a delicious, nutritious, and yummy snack, you go to Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn. Delicious Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn, another sponsor of the show. Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn. Where's that card, Johnny? That's not it. Yummy, delicious Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn and more, because they have chocolate, they have nuts, they have sugar-free candies, and the best popcorn ever out there. Go to Colonel's website, tell them Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon sent you, and you will get more product. And who doesn't want more delicious Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn, nuts, or candy? Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn and more. And those are the sponsors of this beautiful show and tell guitar for breast cancer awareness, second week. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny, if you would. Look at that thing.
Wow. Awesome.
Now let's get a spotlight on this, because look at what she's saying right there. Clear as a bell. Hold on. This fucking lights. There, wait. Oh, these fucking lights. Let's see. Hold on. We'll figure this out. Son of a bitch. Let's maybe
Right,
if I
right there.
let me
Right
hold
there.
on. Let me kill this light. Let's see how that looks. Maybe that looks a little better. It's all the computer screen.
Right there.
Well, can you get it with the words?
Go. Yeah. Angle it up just a tiny bit. Sort of.
How about
Yeah, you can
that?
read it. You can read it.
How about that?
There you go.
I love the
see-
artwork on that stuff.
Can you see the words?
Yeah.
Wait. How about that? Right there.
Can you guys read that in the chat? Yeah, that's cool.
If I dropped it, you could. Let's see. What does she say? Let's see. She says, scheduled to get a mammogram this month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Actually, maybe that's a little better, Johnny, right there. What do you think? Right there?
Yeah,
There you go. You got that?
that's cool. Yeah, I got
Okay.
it.
All right. So what we have here, and thank you, Patrick Nagel, for
Nagel Graphics.
beautiful Nagel. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to shut that off. There we go. Fuck the lighting. Okay. This right here is a Nagel BC Rich Gunslinger in beautiful multicolor pearl metallic pink. Look at that badass. That is so beautiful. Actually, I think we could get a better photo with the lights off. With that light off. Let's see. Because this is an important message to spread for the audience, Johnny. So let's get it right. Let's see. Is that better? I think that is that better. Right there. Yeah, there you go. No. Yes. No.
Yeah. I mean, we'll try different ones. I think that. Yeah, if I throw a filter on that, it'll probably.
There you go.
You can probably
It'll
see
pop.
it.
It'll pop. Okay. So this is a 1989 BC Rich Gunslinger with a Patrick Nagel graphic on it. Nagel Gunslingers are so freaking beautiful. These are some of my favorite guitars. I love this graphic so much. If anyone has one they want to get rid of, message me on Facebook or Instagram because I love these things. I just love these things. They come in multicolors and whatnot, and different guitar companies have done them. Dan Lawrence and Glenn Matejal started doing Patrick Nagel graphics over at Jackson on Soloists, and they eventually wound up moving to BC Rich and doing them on BC Rich Gunslingers. Look at that. And those that know me know I love BC Rich Gunslingers. They are some of my favorite guitars, and this is one of my favorite graphics. Basically made popular by CC DeVille in the 80s. He basically had a Jackson soloist with one, and he had a BC Rich Gunslinger that became very famous in a lot of videos and shows that I now own. And that's really where it became very popular to order them. The problem is the Patrick Nagel estate didn't authorize it, so BC Rich was sent a cease and desist. But from what the employees would tell me, at the time, the way they determined the colors that these would get, because you look, they get usually about 3 different shades of color. And what they would do is they would set aside the paint that they would use that week and basically use that. So if they were painting a lot of blue guitars that week, they would do a blue Nagel or two. If they were painting a lot of red guitars, they would do a red Nagel. So they really took a lot of those spare paints and were doing that. Because while you're painting, Bernie Rico didn't want to waste money, didn't want to waste paint. And, all sorts of color combinations were found on these Nagels. Gunslingers, as you know, alder body, maple neck, 22 fret, reverse headstock, beautiful reverse pointed headstock. That's my favorite headstock design. It's just like so sleek and sharp. Really love it. Black on the back, pretty basic, but you got that, of course, BC Rich Gunslinger cutaway. I really like those. Great fret access with that deep cut. And they're not too bad weight-wise. This one's a little heavier because it's got a brass block in it. And this is Takuchi Floyd. Basically a Floyd licensed by Takuchi for BC Rich. And let's see, I forget what type of pickup is in this one. I believe it's a Duncan, but I forget which version of Duncan. I forget, but it's got a nice tone. But these Nagel girls, these Nagel girls are just so beautiful. Usually painted by one of 4 different artists. Either the great Dan Lawrence, who is the main painter of BC Rich, Glenn Matejal right behind him, worked with Dan, painted a lot of Nagel girls. Behind him, you had Harvey Beck, and then occasionally later in the game, Chris Compton, before they got the cease and desists from the Nagel estate. And I was just talking about Patrick Nagel with a friend of mine, and she was also a very big fan of Nagel work in the 80s. Patrick Nagel did a lot of work for Playboy, and you'd always go into a hair salon and see those posters of Nagel girls and whatnot. And now that you see these on Gunslingers, when CC DeVille came out with it, that's basically what it's very much associated with. When you see that girl, you think CC DeVille of Poison. And like I said, I own that original, but I also own a lot more of these. I love them, love them, love them. It's not a Duncan JB Kent Drive 55. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I also love how her hair flows into the Floyd Rose, the black of the Floyd Rose. Really, really cool. You got those beautiful lines and the shapes of the pearl paint, which does a little flip-flop effect there. It does for sure. Just classic 80s. I mean, can you really think of guitars that like scream more 80s than like a Nagel Gunslinger? I mean, sure, there's Tiger Stripes and, stuff like that. But, you think Hellstrom brings up Duran Duran. The Rio cover was a Patrick Nagel girl. And again, CC DeVille Poison. That's what you think of, baby. Probably, I would say probably his best known graphic was that Nagel for sure. And I have a lot of these. Let's see. Looking at the chat. If you like this guitar, by the way, hit the like button, smash the goddamn like button, because why not? It's free. And again, just like this girl said, breast cancer awareness. Tell every girl Nagel girl or not, regular girl, tell everyone, get a mammogram scheduled for October. Make sure you survive breast cancer, God forbid. Early detection, that's the key. That's what you want to see. So let's see. Looking through the chat. Sorry that the light's a little crazy here. Light's not really good enough to show the colors as well as I want to see them, but that's pretty close. You just see the multicolors of that guitar. There you go. Very, very, very cool. Again, one volume, one pickup, one Floyd. That's all you need. Maple neck, all business. These are all business shredders. And I just love these things. So there you go. Tonight's show and tell guitar, 1989, BC Rich Gunslinger with a Patrick Nagel graphic in multi shades of pearl pink. There you go.
Hello?
Yes. Hello, Johnny. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was
Did you want that picture? Did you
waiting
want that
for the
one?
applause? Yeah, let's do that
Oh.
one, Johnny.
I took several
Yeah,
screenshots.
there you go. You got it?
Got it.
Sure, why not? Okay. So there you go. Just know, because I beat it into your head. Mammogram, breast cancer awareness. Okay, there we go. That's tonight's show and tell guitar. Let's round out the show with a little music news. Let's see. We talked about Terry Lewis, Land of the Gypsies, single Shattered. We talked about that. We talked about the Angus Young blow-ups. Talked about that. Johnny, did you know that, speaking of a Vegas residency tour, which David Lee Roth is doing his last 5 shows in Vegas, and Kiss is doing Kiss is doing a round of shows in Vegas as well, unless it's not. Mm-hmm. Dave's last tour, unless it's not, as he said. So you have David Lee Roth in Vegas, you have Kiss in Vegas. Did you know that Styx and Nancy Wilson of Heart are doing a residency in Vegas as well? Coming right up. January 28th through February 5th. Now, I don't know why Nancy Wilson is doing a solo. I mean, that's kind of odd, don't you think? Because she's usually, with her sister in Heart.
I heard they don't get along anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that true?
Is it? I don't know.
I heard they don't. Her and her sister don't get along.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, Nancy's a great player, and I'm just surprised. Styx, I'd love to see Styx. I've never seen Styx. Mr. Roboto was my album as a kid. I love that album. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, Styx has a ton of hits. I mean, you don't have to even give them an introduction, but I've never seen them live. Nancy Wilson should be very interesting on her own. I wonder if she's going to be singing as well, or will she have a singer? I mean, she's got to be doing heart songs, right? Wayne Kamau says Nancy has her own band, and also did a tribute to Edward called For Edward.
Mm-hmm.
She is opening for Styx Hellstorm.
Yeah, she can play on her own.
She can absolutely play on her own. I'm just surprised that that she's doing separate stuff. I didn't know that she had her own project, because I always see her with Heart. I always see her with her sister Ann Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, is anyone out there? I see Keith Campbell's asking. I want to ask too. Is anyone out there going to those David Lee Roth shows? I know one or two people have messaged me that they are, but anyone in the chat right now going to those David Lee Roth shows? Because I'll tell you, I think I'm curious, but I think those are going to be great. I think Dave's going to leave it all there. I think he's going to do a great job. I'm very curious. Yeah, so I've never seen Styx, but I want to. Speaking of tours, Johnny, do you like the band Nightwish?
Never heard of them.
Never a Nightwish. Never wish. Nightwish is
Never heard.
A female fronted band, and they're phenomenal. They've gone through a couple of different vocalists, and every one has been tremendous. Love their work. North American tour coming out in 2022. They just announced it. I think everyone should know this. If you have a chance to see Nightwish, do. They're really, really good. May 4th, starting. It's a North American tour, I should say, by the way, because they're doing Canada as well. So it starts May 4th in Toronto. Amanda Coombs, that's for you. May 4th in Toronto, and then ending in Los Angeles. That's for me, May 21st. So I'd love to see that show. I'd love to see that show for sure. Wayne Kamau says Nancy Wilson's band is called Roadcase Royale. Roadcase Royal or Royale? I'm not sure. But Nightwish, May 4th through May 21st. Check out tickets online. Let's see what else we got. Vandenberg, my buddy Adrian Vandenberg, God bless him and his talent. Vandenberg, the band, has a brand new singer. Let's see, Mats Levin. And Mats, has been the singer of Yngwie Malmsteen, Candlemass, and Trans-Siberian Orchestra at times. So Mats Levin, new singer of Vandenberg, that should be great. Adrian Vandenberg's kicking around with the Moon Kings for a lot of years. And, that's a band he's been with forever. And he's going back to, the original Vandenberg band, which I'm real excited about because that's great stuff. And his new singer, Mats Levin, it'll be nice to get a new change of voice in there because Candlemass is terrific. Yngwie, he's done great work with Yngwie. And Trans-Siberian Orchestra, that's another band that, basically gets like a lot of the best singers in there. Obviously, I have John Oliver, but it's nice to see him with Trans-Siberian as well. But now you can see him with Vandenberg. And they're going to go into the studio and start putting together a new album, which I'm really looking forward to because I love old Vandenberg. So that should be very cool. Some nice melodic metal coming your way. Very neat.
Awesome.
And let's see. Looking through. Okay, finally, tonight, I am proud to announce that the Eddie Van Halen Memorial Plaque was unveiled the other day in Pasadena, near the Pasadena Convention Center. That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was unveiled yesterday, but people were going to it and peeking at it and taking pictures of it and posting it. So we kind of saw it, over the weekend. But the official unveiling was yesterday.
And it looks nice. Let's see. Show a photo of it, Johnny. Do you have a photo handy, or I could put it up if you don't.
There we go.
It says Eddie Van Halen with the Van Halen logo under it. The Van Halen family emigrated from the Netherlands to Pasadena in 1962. Alex and Eddie Van Halen attended schools in Pasadena and began playing music together with Eddie on guitar and Alex on drums. Years later, the brothers formed the band Van Halen, along with bassist Michael Anthony and vocalist David Lee Roth. Between 1975 and 1978, Van Halen performed 14 concerts at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium and Conference Center. Regarded as one of the most successful bands of all time, Van Halen will forever be remembered for reinventing rock and roll and their connection to Pasadena. And this plaque was donated by Pasadena for Van Halen. Bravo, Pasadena, California. Now, make no mistake, it's a very cool gesture, same as the giant mural on the side of Guitar Center in Hollywood of Eddie. Beautiful. And you know what? I want to see more of these memorials. I really do. I want to see tributes. I want to see memorials. I want to see something like a giant spire painted red, white, and black in Eddie's honor. I love seeing shit like this because you know what? This is what Eddie deserves. At minimum, I want to see, I'd love to see a statue. I'd love to see, something like, some sculpture covered in, colored in Eddie colors, that red, white, and black signature color. But I'm tipping my hat to these people, Pasadena for Van Halen, to get at least this done at minimum. Because this is so great that he's being recognized, by his hometown. And that's really great. It's a nice looking plaque. And like I said, I hope we see more of this. There we go. That's a good looking plaque, right, Johnny? With the logo and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you to Pasadena for Van Halen. The what'd you call it? They basically got the thing.
Yeah, they got signatures and they raised money, and like I said, it's the least they could do in Pasadena. And like I said, that giant wall mural. If you haven't been to Guitar Center in Hollywood, go there and go to the side of the building. The entire side of the building in the parking lot is painted a giant, beautiful tribute graphic of Eddie Van Halen. And it's terrific. And this is just another thing that Eddie deserves so richly. And I'm so happy to see it come to fruition. And I hope we see more of this. I really do. And God help some idiot that decides to, I think I would like that in my bedroom. Don't you fucking dare. I will take your frickin' fingers. Don't you dare.
Wow.
So, God bless and rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Well deserved. This is so beautiful. Really cool.
Yeah. And here's a quick photo from, when was this? January 24th, 2016. Here's myself and my Dalmatian Howie right in front of the Pasadena Civic, right where that plaque is currently now.
Nice.
We just happened to walk right past it. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Pasadena Civic.
Johnny's going to airbrush the plaque into his photo. Yeah, we took it this week.
Have it Cobra Kai Photoshop that plaque right in the background.
There you go.
There we go. And also, that's what my character looks like in GTA, by the way.
It looks like Howie?
Looks just like that. Like me.
Oh,
I'm wearing the
it looks like you.
camouflage
Looks like
jacket.
you. Okay, it looks like you.
It's funny. I look exactly like my character now.
Yeah, so go over and take a guitar pick, leave it in front of there, kiss your hand and put it on the plaque, and pay a little tribute to Eddie. I think it's great. I think it's really great.
That's what the Pasadena Civic looks like.
Well, isolate it, Johnny. No one can see that.
Looks like that.
Isolate yourself. There we go. There it is. Nice. Very nice, Johnny. Very nice, Mr. Beane. Very, very nice. Yeah, Johnny, Ken Try 55 says, Photoshop Ned in that photo.
I'm gonna have to take Ned down there. I want to get one of those backpacks.
Uh-huh.
Cat pack. What are those things called? You got the back with the cat in there. Take Ned down there and pose.
Yeah, and Keith Campbell brings up a good point. He's saying they should stripe out the block now that it's mounted to. I totally agree. That's a great idea. Someone should definitely do that.
If they do that, like they need to like protect it.
Yeah,
Because
they need to.
I can see that people. That's just asking for graffiti.
No, they need to do it professionally. They need to do it and seal it, and
Like, what's the guy that does the paintings?
You got to narrow it down, Johnny.
What was the guy that did the painting in
Bob
Utah?
Ross? Bob Ross?
On the buildings? On the side of the buildings.
Banksy? Banksy?
Banksy. Yeah. We happened to we walked by this actual Banksy one time, and it had it was like covered to where you couldn't mess with it. It was pretty cool.
Oh, it is cool. But yeah, no, they have to seal it and they have to do it professionally, They really do.
Thank you, R2. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I'd love to see. I think that would be very fitting if it was professionally done, striped the way it should look, the red, white, and black. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great idea. Anyway, we will be talking in the next coming weeks about the second annual Johnny Beane Halloween costume contest. We're building it up right now. Cobra Kai Platoon is working on a graphic, and we're trying to figure out the rules specifically. But we will have some pretty freaking cool prizes. And that will be Saturday, October 30th on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it'll be very exciting.
Very, very cool.
Dress up as Bob Ross.
Dress up as anyone you want. We will be giving out prizes. It's going to change from last year. We're not going to have rules where you're going to have to dress up like one of the cast, because we did that already. So now we're going to ask you to be really creative and come up with some really cool costumes. And we'll have different categories of best so-and-so, best so-and-so. And we'll have some pretty damn good prizes this year as well from some of our awesome sponsors. Right, Johnny?
Yes. Yeah. It'll be amazing.
Absolutely. What do you think, Johnny? Tell them to smash that like button for breast cancer awareness. Smash the like button on the video. Leave comments because we read them. We love replying to comments on the video.
Those of us that can read, we love reading your comments. Right, Keith Campbell?
Keith Campbell wants to know when you're going to put that quarter on your new Frankie.
I will do that this week. Very soon. I was going to, on the Sunday night show, the string change show, I said I would do it. Actually, the guys wanted me to do it on Saturday night, but that turned into like some sort of wrestling thing. But I told Leo that I would make a dedicated video for that. So I've got some videos I have to make this week. So look for videos on the channel. I will do that this week though.
Nice.
And thank you, Keith Campbell. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keith Campbell. We appreciate that. Everyone else, let's give thanks to our beloved channel members who support the show. Here we go. Channel members like Michael the Captain Smith, David Ennis, Wayno. Look at Wayno all isolated over there. He's got the best spot in the house. Mike Neese, Richard Poole, Lenny Lou and Mary, Gargets Entertainment, Kurt 5150, Susan Silvestri, Mickey Settlemeyer, Joe Christian, Nicole Mrazek, Sean Boland, Stephen Franklin, Will Starr, R. Habs, KXM Rock, David Shea Gormary and Mrs. Gormary, Bozique, Crazy Cook 678, Carol Hatcher, False Flag, Margaret Scranton, Sean Silas, Trevor Burnson, Jarhead Rock. Thank you, Music Therapy Lads, changing the color of Johnny's lights to Roxy Green. in tribute to our beloved Roxy Parakeet. Having fun out there in the wild right now, getting laid. Ooh, getting laid. That's all.
And by the way, thank you. Where's our picture? Oh, I deleted them already.
Oh, Johnny.
That well, because we posted all that. Great hanging out with you yesterday, man. We'll hang out again very soon. Music Therapy Labs. There we are.
There we
Yesterday, hanging
go.
out.
There you guys are.
He bought a pedal, awesome pedal. Bought some strings.
A couple of good-looking guys right there,
Yeah,
having fun.
look at that. Great to see you, man. And I'll see you maybe Thursday.
And let's say thank you to the rest of our channel members, like Hal Face, John Moronic, James Gum, Hillary Lewis, Jim Nicholas, Mr. BHB Jr., 802 Blues,
That's
Frack
Bruce.
5150. That is Bruce. Pal Guitars, Dan Halen, Frank Corcoran, James G, Jeff T, R2R3 Locking Nut, Fernando Riley, Robot Master Switch, 6Chick71, Rick Green, The Chad, Two Brain Cells, G-Man, Michael B, Thomas Santiago, Voodoo Child SJ, that is Sean Johnson, in a 6-week countdown until New Child, baby. Yeah. Fender Guru, Brian Spalding, Music Therapy Laz, Ghost BC Rich, 5150 TV, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, Hugh Caldwell, David Crosby is a dildo fucker. I'm not. You sure are. Jesus Rapes Me, Randy Price, James 5150, Christopher Live Sawa, Laguna Palms, Murphy, Steve Barton, All Dave, All Night, Tuba, Simon Hosford, Majestic PB and J Cat, and Steve Carmichael. Yeah, and
Oh my God.
hey, Erica Foreman says that the building in Hauppauge is lit up pink. Everyone should be lighting up their buildings pink, wearing pink, talking about pink. Breast cancer awareness, important. Make October Pinktober. And thank you, everybody. We love and appreciate our fans. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join us every week. A lot of fun TV going on here. Right, Johnny?
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's so much fun. Ah! Be safe out there. Get vaccinated and leave comments in the video. We love and appreciate our audience. Be safe, everyone. Rock on.
Love you all. All right.
Johnny Bean TV.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Oh my, I'm coughing. I just saw that, man. Wait a minute. You're going to a Halloween party dressed as me? Dude, right on, man.
Rock on, False Flag. That's funny. That's very funny. Thank you, Mark Dillon. Much love to you. Thank you, Keith Campbell. Thank you, everybody. We love and appreciate you. We really do.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Love you all. Get vaccinated. Be safe.
Kisses
Mwah.
for everybody. Now, subscribe to me on Twitch, please. Please.
Look at Blue Rhino in pink.
Oh, look at that.
There he is. Ooh. Get your mammogram. Good night, everybody.